Welcome to the show. You look incredible, like a dessert that owns a yacht.
That's exactly the vibe I was going for. You know, sweet, but slightly out of your tax bracket.
Mission accomplished. How does...
Gold on my neck, gold on my hand, purple with the stripes, that's the walk of a man. Sidewalk shining, city lights humming, every step I take, they know a boss is coming.
Today we're boxing up Megan Fox's leg warmers. Here, this is yarn to make her own, and no box would be complete without...
Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
I'm ADA protected.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. A miracle, oh it was beautiful. When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. A miracle, oh it was beautiful. When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful.
Welcome to the hat rack, baby, a population army of one. Getting masked up and rolling over snitches. Sitting them like the cruise line, baby, to throw out the E-stitches. A wrecking ball to all their scams, the grifts they sold as free. The lawyers, the lies, the 50s is paid, blocking out the only me. How many claims are left in ruins? Oh, let us count the ways. A memorial, 20K on fencing, a fortune turned into 18K. What's the sound of two brain cells fighting for last place? If you guess the ecosystem, that's right. You got lies about money, a fortune squandered, thousands flagrantly misused. And unlike sickness, there's sadly no cure for stupid. This isn't just a mic drop, it's yet another nuke, asking what they're gonna do when their money turns to poof. The greatest truth out there, they know the truth in what I wrote. But to quote you ecosystem pals, they've already tossed you off the boat. I hope you can float, lady, because they've abandoned you. Abandoned. That's right.
What's up, folks? How's it going today? Welcome to a new edition of... Man, there's a lot of crazy going on.
A new edition of What the Hell?
Yes, there is so much. There's so much. Yeah, you can do that. Do it in a little bit, though. Let's let everybody get here first, okay?
Okay.
All right. I noticed something, though, Megan. It was really disturbing. Now, this will probably upset you when I show this, but I've got to anyway, okay, Megan? So when I was...
I don't know if I can take any more upsetting things today.
Oh, well, brace yourself, because when I was hanging out, you know, you can see there, I actually had every intention of, as you can see from the security footage here, I had every intention of mailing your leg warmers. But unfortunately, I left them overnight. You can see.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. And
Why did you do that?
let's say when I got there that morning, I was just like, what? Wait,
What?
what happened? There was just this long line of, and I sit there all day thinking about it. Now, interestingly enough, though, apparently there was a little bit of footage. So,
Oh,
security cameras. Yeah, thank God. Now,
great. We caught it out.
check that out there. Look at that. Yep. Look at, oh my God.
Oh.
Now, obviously that has to be someone else, or certain people had to hire someone because they're not skinny enough to run. Or, but
Are you really trying to tell me that my leg warmers were stolen
by the same people that took the memorial? I think. Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Oh well, then I should just ask Jeremy for him, right? Jeremy Hales, give me back my leg warmers.
What's funny? So that that video they played where they're like, Jeremy's yelling this, or
Yeah.
I took that video and I amplified the sound 1,600 times louder. I had to save it 4 times to amplify it that high, because most things, they won't go over a 400% amplification. You have to save it, do it again, and God. You can't hear it. You still can't make it out on 1,600% amplification.
Wow.
They're like, you hear him clear as day. I love that. That is one that you definitely need to put on for your idiots of the week there, man. The dummy awards.
Dummy awards.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We'll write them down. We will nominate. Tug is nominating.
That's a good one. We'll have to play that one on the whole clip of them talking about it, because it's not just her being like, he's yelling this, but the mods are like, yeah, wow.
You can't hear anything.
It's the greatest thing ever, though. Oh,
Jay did a good interpretation of it. It was hilarious in his flea cap.
Uh-huh.
When she's like, listen, and then all you could hear was this of her chewing.
Well, that's about right. Man, the last few days have been really off the chain. I mean, we've had I figure we'll talk about a few things. Like, I'm sure everybody wants to see. By the way, I did notice that no one in the ecosystem, they all said that Lynette never made contact with me, but I put up where they definitely check, because they talk about stuff all the time off Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I put up a $10,000 put up or shut up. Then, hey, if they think it's all fake, let's go. 10 grand. Let's do it. So none of them took it up.
Nobody took you up on that great bet.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird. Here, let me.
That is weird.
No, the first one was a call out for. let me roll it back here. Since we're talking about some fun times. I mean, it was funny because Marla, first of all, she was the first one I put that out for. So check this out. Marla said, quote, Michelle made it clear she has no intention to speak to Tug about anything. She called out Jeremy Hale's minions, urging her to do so. So I posted, I was like, Marla publicly bet $10,000 that Preston didn't reach out to me. 10K, prove you 100% believe LP. I don't care if you have to take out a second mortgage if you have to. That goes for anti-Hales. Put your money on it and prove you really believe Preston, or shut them up, No takers. No takers.
No, unbelievable.
I
You
know.
would think they would want to make that easy money.
Yeah, I mean, it would be that would be simple, right? I mean, obviously, they all 100% trust LP, except they told us she was a liar and a thief and horrible. So I have the feeling they don't actually trust her at all. Weirdly indeed. Now, there was something mentioned the other day. This was brought up. I'm sure. Well, I don't know if everybody's seen it, but all this goes into there's a reason for this, and it works into what we're going to talk about here. Okay, this was sent by Lynette Preston. Now, this is obviously a very nasty, threatening something to someone. Now, who would that someone be? That would be a lady named, as you have found out in the last day or two, named Tina. Now, if you're wondering, who is Tina? Tina is somebody that really was concerned about the child, was really concerned about Preston getting the 100K back, and was talking to Lynette. Had been talking to her for a couple of months, in fact. Now, along that time, this is the person that Lynette had reached out to me, which I have screenshots of for the conversation where she asks her to reach out. Plus, through the recording that was made of the day when the initial conversations started, yeah, she gave consent to have a recording for her. So I'm going to play
Great.
tonight. Yeah, there'll be some clips talking about how she tried to put Lisa in jail. And a few other things. We'll put in a clip. I think with Bruce, we have a clip that they say all the time that Shara is a liar.
Yep, they do.
Well, she mentioned remember the Russell Meeks thing where she said they were all plotting. Yeah, well, I got that as a clip too, because she said that. I mean, she freely says that stuff. She said it about the Grangers, saying they were all plotting to take out Russell Meeks, and well, many other fun things. But this is what she sent her after I went live talking about, Lynette communicated with me. Let's read that, and then we'll look at some of the other stuff and why this happened. So she texted her, "You are a deceptive, evil human being." I like how she skipped there. Deceptive, evil. And I hope God...
It reminds me of evil people are coming for me.
I just said she skips, she was so upset she skipped. It was very strange, right? I hope God punishes you in ways that he has never even thought of yet. Wow, that's not very Christian of someone, is it?
That's pretty creepy, actually,
Yeah.
because she's sitting around fantasizing about ways to hurt someone people haven't even imagined yet. That's really gross.
It's very hateful, is what it is, I mean,
but she's a Christian. She's a preacher, a stripper preacher, but a preacher nonetheless.
Yep. And she, she's made it very clear that, she believes that when she's angry, though, God's wrath is her friend, right? It's crazy how that works, but you deserve every bit of it. Every bit of pain and agony that you go through in the rest of your miserable life. You are a lying piece of Take that and deliver it to everyone. Okay. See, she did ask for that to be delivered to everyone, by the way, Now, I mean, why wouldn't you do that?
She wanted everyone to see this.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Now, the fun thing is that why this person, she wanted everyone to see the threats against somebody that, again, like everybody, the LP ends up, quote unquote, friends with, eventually she doesn't treat them very kindly. I'm going to say it that way. And this person, though, funny enough, she mentioned all kinds of things to this person. All kinds of things. And it's really weird that, if you're going to tell them all the terrible things that you're up to, maybe don't turn on them. Maybe don't treat them like garbage, I don't know. But one of the things that she wanted was, whoops, wrong way. Let's see, this way. Maybe. No, give me a second. Crap, it's not pulling the one-on-one there. Well, shoot, it's being stupid. Give me a second. It will not lock in on the one I want. I've got a good one. If I have to, I put them in Dropbox
It's
too.
also doing that weird thing on StreamYard where it's just spinning for me, and I'm not seeing the thing for a while. It's weird.
Yeah. Now, here is, you can see a message chain, right? You will see that this is Preston, actually same icon and everything else. You can see that there's regular conversations that are going on and whatnot. And then through here, you can see in September, which this was actually, I believe, missed. I believe, because this didn't happen on this date. In fact, it wasn't set up on there. And I can't remember why. Like I said, I believe this message was missed. But here's Preston noting that she wants to talk to me, but without a camera. Okay, so she's telling Tina, hey, make this work. Now, again, this is how it goes. Always, these people, they want to do something like this. They blame the messenger when inevitably they sink that ship. And like I said, I'm going to show you another screenshot in just a second where the setup finally does happen. But the reason that this didn't happen yesterday, this happened, it's set for a while. And the reason it's set for a while is because I'm totally good with what was going on in conversations. The problem that I have, and that really is not going to happen, is when these same people that want me and want Megan and others to go out and help them recover $100,000 and put someone in jail, they then in their plan want to go and try to sue us with what would have to be that same money. They lie and they say that we're cyberbullying and harassing them and more, and yet they're reaching out to us. So obviously we're not harassing, right, Meg?
That's right. They're reaching out to us for help. Why would you reach out to bulliers and harassers for help if they were cyber stalking you?
Well, they want to tell the world. They want both worlds. They want the best of it. They want that side over there to think that they're good to go, and they'll sell you out just like they sold them out. It's very much will happen. So you got to know who you're dealing with. And like I said, I don't particularly care about that point. What I do care about, again, is that somebody at the end of the day, they want to screw me in something. And I am not okay with that. I'm not okay with that at all. So let me see. Then, damn this thing. It's really weird. It's not just that it's pulling up. So all of my screenshots are in order, right? I pull them up 1, 2, 3. When I go to pull them up here, though, it's showing them out of sequence. It's like showing things that I'm not even pulled up in that order. That's weird, man. I don't think I've ever had that problem before.
There is so much weirdness going on now. YouTube's all different. Like, everybody's changing everything. StreamYard's all weird. Everything's weird.
So here is a second one. This one will pull up, though. Here, well, I say that shit. It just froze on me. Mother. Give me a second. I think StreamYard's froze on me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm probably I'm gonna have to exit and come back probably.
All right.
Well, let me see.
Oh wait,
Actually,
it just
nope, there
popped up
goes.
now.
Yeah. It just
see, it's being really slow and weird.
Yeah, that was really weird though, because the whole thing I thought locked down. So here's Preston talking about, you can see on the 21st of October, this is how she communicates too. This is when with her calls, and this is a problem too. When she contacted, she wanted this lady to be an intermediary. So this lady, she contacts, but Preston is contacting her through Facebook Messenger, and then this lady is making contact with me. Now the method by itself, that's a little problem for her anyway. But off of this, not only do I get consent with it, but I also have, because Tina, since she set this up and she's three-way relaying a call, she's also a person that witnessed that would be there, which is actually good too. That can say, "Oh yeah, she's 100% consenting to this," which of course, she wants this conversation. She just doesn't want it aired. She didn't want to do a live stream, as she makes it known, and that's fine. I told her, I wouldn't live stream her, but we're going to talk about it now because, like I said, she wants to come out, wants to make me a liar and stuff. I didn't live stream her. I didn't have her up live, but we will talk about how she did that. Like I said, these people, they are always working each other over. This isn't the first mole either by any stretch of the imagination, but LP being a mole telling you about the ecosystem, that is big deal news, That is big deal news.
Yep. I can't wait for this. I can't wait to hear the clips that you have.
Well,
oh my God, get to it.
No, I'll get there. So
Don't make me wait.
We have about 2:00 in the afternoon. She's like, "Hey, Tina, do you possibly have an email or something for that tug person? Oh, and by the way, we bought our camper." So you can see exactly when this is happening here. We're so excited. So you can see, like, in the framework of all of the events, you can see when that's happening. What's funny too is Lynette Preston, again, after she turns on people, if you've been wondering, man, there's a lot of accuracy out there as far as what the ecosystem does. Well, first of all, we can predict a lot of stuff they do, but at the second time, they have a lot of leaks in the ecosystem. You either have people that they tell everything to, like Lynette's telling every freaking thing that goes on, or
Right.
you have people that are reaching out directly, like again, Lynette. I saw somebody saying that Lynette reaching out wasn't a bombshell, by the way. And I was like, well, what would be a bombshell then? What would you consider a bombshell? What do you need?
What needs to happen?
Yeah. I was like, good God, this is the lady that, she has self-sabotaged her entire setup for lawsuits, all of the lawsuits they've been talking about. On top of that, she also, so in one of these clips, she says something that I thought was kind of, I don't know, interesting. You got to remember that while all of this is going on, Tina is on the call. So she can't be talking about Tina when some of this comes up. Okay. And she mentions that she has somebody working with her to go after Lisa. So I'm wondering, Lisa, if that's that other pal, that's out there, because she absolutely does mention that she's working with somebody else to take her down. I like that.
I like that too. That's hilarious.
Yep. Give me a minute. I'm locking these in. So I'm going to play. I've got to make a note of which one. Now, again, I've got my consent and everything else. I'm not going to play entire interviews. I want them to, there's a point to this. Why not play everything? Well, first of all, I want them to worry. I want them to wonder exactly what we have, because we have a lot more. A lot they gave up to us. And I want them to always wonder what we have, but what we do have is good. So I'm going to play a clip, first of all, about Lisa. Let's pull this one in here. Let's see, would that one work? No, damn it, it didn't lock in. Give me a second. It'll lock the second time usually. Let's try it again. I tell you, stupid thing. There we go.
You're doing it on purpose just so that you can drag it out, the drama.
Yeah. I want to drag out the trying to lock my screen in. Yeah, watch me lock my screen in. Dun, dun, dun.
It's all part of the plan.
I wonder if it'll close caption. Let's try it. I hit closed caption. If it works, it works. So she will be louder than me, by the way. When I do this stuff, my volume will come up very low. That's because I can correct my volume on the back side of it, but I don't drown. You ever hear an interview where a person says something and talks over the other person? That's how I remedy it in there.
Right.
I keep my volume low on it. Yeah, so it's on. All right, let's do it. Now this is a Lisa about clip. Let's go in.
I'll just say this. I want nothing more than to see Lisa pay for what she's done to me.
Okay.
Because I almost feel like she's done worse to me than I call him my stalker, sorry, but I feel like she's worse to me than even he did. So I'm been more hurt by what she did.
Lisa did you very
And one of the reasons why is because she made my little girl love her. She made my little girl love her. And then she freaking did this.
So, as we predicted would happen, because it always happens, not only do you have the turning on, but the kid is part of it. You know,
Of course.
You hurt my kid in this, Lisa. So, and of course,
I think it's hilarious that Lisa is worse than Jeremy Hales.
Yep.
Oh my God. Out of Lynette Preston's own mouth. Well, then why the hell aren't you suing her?
What was amazing? Yeah, well, apparently about that. Oh my God, these are amazing. I mean, this, like I said, they told us that all of this stuff was fake. None of it was real, you know. But she, wow. I mean, again, now of course they'll be like, those aren't real. Okay, whatever. They know it's all real. That's the problem. They absolutely know it's all real. You know, they know that these people, they turn on one another. But I wanted that one at first because I wanted you to understand that I'm writing them down so I don't mess them up and play them twice. But I wanted you to understand that what exactly Megan and I said would happen for sure, because it happens every single time. It happened in this instance too. So, yeah, I love it. I think that's great.
Yep.
Let's see. Is that generate some clues? Caption. Those captions were actually pretty good that time.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked. Now you'll know again. You can hear me talk underneath, but I am really low.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want.
I'm dying to know what their. I'd love to see the looks on their faces right now as they realize they just spent 2 days claiming that this is not real. You don't have any. You never talked to her. You made it up from Facebook posts.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's receipts, recordings.
Yep,
Unreal.
entire conversations, baby. Well, what's funny is, they told all these people that everything would be fake. And that's exactly just to put this out there and make this clear. Megan and I, we had conversation about this beforehand, and we knew that would absolutely be their move. That's why when we went public with this stuff, we didn't offer you any evidence at all, because we knew their first move would be denial. They would lock in with denial, and then we'd be like, oh yeah, by the way, recordings. Like I said, what's really funny about it, again, consensual.
Yeah, well, when you contact a journalist.
Yeah. Well, she wants me to put her. Here's the thing, too. She wants me to help conspire with her to do something. And these people are not nice people. They are very bad people. And they do a lot of bad things. And they have a habit of turning on one another. And as you'll see in this next clip, this one is going to talk about, turning her in. So let's see how this one goes. What have you talked to so far, law enforcement wise? What have you done so far?
I talked to Beecham, but the day I called Beecham, he told me, he said, well, Lisa was already here. I said, what do you mean Lisa was there? He said, she came here or called or whatever. She's already been here and said that your permit expired and that she could no longer do anything because you can't do work on a house without a permit. And I told I have a very good rapport with him.
By the way, isn't this interesting? I have a very good rapport with Beecham. So this is the guy that we're being told is going to pop up in the Ohio Protective Order. And I think this is important to note too. She's talking about how she can, she's got a great rapport with him. She talks to him. I mean, they're buddies. They're buddies there. Isn't that strange? Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah, it is very bizarre. And I'm dying to hear more about it in court under oath.
Indeed. Well, what I really like about this is also they're such good buddies that he won't retrieve your $100,000.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Right. He won't even look into it. He won't even investigate it.
Yeah, no investigation whatsoever. By the way, there are over 3,000 people here. Appreciate you all. If you enjoy the content, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure that you tell people we're live. And on top of that, if you would go further, if you love this, especially during the holiday seasons, consider some of those binge bucks. That's right, those breadsticks. Oh, man, they almost keep me warm like leg warmers in December. Yeah.
How dare you?
Like leg warmers. Yeah, we'll continue. Okay, here we go.
And he said, well, do you have that proof? And I said, yep, I have that proof. So I have been, okay, I gotta watch what I say.
She has been, so you notice that there too. She's been doing something duplicitous.
I wonder what she was gonna say there.
I don't know. Maybe it's about well, yeah, I'm gonna say this anyway. Maybe it's about that plot with Levy County sheriffs that she brags about to people like Tina.
Oh, maybe. And the prosecutor, by the way, they've all been in his ear too.
Oh, Megan, I forgot to tell you. You want some big news? Cool.
What?
Cool. Next week, you know what's gonna happen?
Christmas?
Yes, and one other thing, it's going to be a Christmas present. In fact, interview with Tina.
Ooh, fantastic!
Yes, that should be very, very fun. You know, like I said, this woman sent Tina to find me, and I ended up talking with Tina about stuff. And what I find is that, you know, and again, I'm very cautious with people and stuff, but what I found was that Tina was pretty good people. She was really concerned about this little kid more than anything, because a lot of people are, you know, you find this common thread. A lot of people, they have that concern. And yeah, she had quite a bit to say over time, especially as Lynette, the behavior of some of these people is just unhinged. You know, it is. It's absolutely unhinged. It's stalkery, crazy behavior. So anyway, let's finish this clip.
I have given that information to someone I am working with on that and other things. Okay. So I did turn her in.
I have given that information to someone else that I'm working on that and other things. What does that mean?
Do you think it's Beecham?
Hey, well, she just mentioned Beecham, though.
So it's somebody else?
Yeah, why would she go all like hush hush on Beecham after she's already thrown his name out there?
That's true.
Yeah, I wonder who I'm working with, you know. And again, yeah, wow. Man, you know what I don't think I added in here? I don't think I added in the clip about John Cook calling him an abuser. Maybe I did, but I don't know if I added that one in, and how Lisa talks to him every day and pets him, basically. Pets his ego.
Oh, God. Why would anyone want her petting anything?
I just thought, wow. I mean, again, like you're willing to say this to a random person, essentially, you know. You're willing to throw people under the bus. All right, let's do another clip of Lisa. Now, this one is a long clip. This is about 6 minutes long. Okay. This will talk about fencing, you know, let's throw this out there too, since we're talking. How do I know costs of things? Because Lynette Preston told me. That's right. How do I know that the fence got paid for with no money, but was actually paid with loads cards? Because Lynette Preston provided me the information and more. How do I know what has been paid so far with barn? with lumber, with how did I hear about Lisa Lee being lazy, and the reason that they have 2 water heaters out there is because Lisa ordered the wrong thing, and she was so lazy, instead of returning one, she just bought another out of the money. Oh, it's amazing stuff here. I was
What a waste.
Geez, man. It's why well, not just, I mean, this is such duplicitous stuff. I think this thing is going to lock up again. Give it a minute. Let's see what it does. I'm telling you today, like, StreamYards is having a conniption fit. It is crazy. So we'll see if it locks in. If not, I may have to reset and come back in for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I may
That's
have to close out Windows. Good God, man. If I disappear, that's what I'm doing. All right, I'll be right back. I'll have to set everything back in. Well, let's see. Did it lock? There it goes. I don't know what's going on with it, but it is being weird. At least it put it up there, though. All right, here we go. Let's generate some closed captions. It may take just a second for it to work.
Yeah, it's still spinning for me. Unreal. The tech these days, you would think it's not almost 2026. Feels like 1994.
Well, not just that. This isn't free tech. I'm paying for this.
I know, we pay a lot for it.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. If you like the show and you'd like to contribute to the costs of running, it's amazing. Used to, running the show was free, and then it got up to about, you would use one item, it'd be about $25. Now, you've got to have a StreamYard to live stream. You have to have software to edit anything. Oh, well, if you want to have any fun with stuff, you use AI. Boy, it gets crazy. All right, let's get this one. Now, this, like I said, is longer. This is about 6 minutes. Well, 6 minutes and 3 seconds. So there'll be a lot in here. He gave $56,000 for sure. That is a legit number.
Seeing when John and I asked Lisa over and over, can you please tell us how much money was donated? I'm getting emotional. I don't normally do that. She told us that it was none of our business, that it was better that we...
It's none of their business.
Oh my God. Oh, and by the way, I don't ever want to hear again that we don't cover both sides of the story.
Yeah, for real. My problem is that I do not reach out to people like Lynette Preston. I don't make contact, because they complain about harassment. That's their whole shtick. They sue people. So I made sure that she made contact with me through it. Again, an intermediary. And yeah, we definitely listened to their entire thing that they were willing to provide. Yeah. So yeah. Not only that, like
exactly.
I said,
so no more of this. Oh, they're not real journalists. They don't talk to the other side. What do you call this?
Yep. And all this stuff too, where Lisa is saying, well, I'm going to sue them for saying this stuff. Well, the lady that you supposedly were providing the money to, she says that you defrauded her. You have the major donor that's out there that says that you've defrauded them. You have multiple donors that have also said that same thing. Yeah, that'll be real fun in court, I'm sure. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Well, I'm sure that would be a fun ride for you. So you keep your bluster and your bullshit there. Because like I said, the first things that I would introduce something like this. And fun times, I would make Preston be a hostile witness for me.
That would be funny.
Oh my God. She'd have to be like, well, you know what? I'd make her day. She'd get to blow up Lisa.
Well, true.
So, but that's crazy though. She told us, first of all, and then listen to the rest of this statement here.
We don't know. So that...
She said here, it missed a part of that word there. She said...
Told us that it was none of our business. That it was better that we don't know. So that, I don't know why she didn't want us to know.
Well, there's 2 reasons for that, I believe. Number one, what she would probably feed you is deniability. So when you get in court and you have to talk about money, about Jeremy Hales and about all of this stuff, you can't say a total But she's coached you into doing that. But really, I think the real reason is so she could pull a fast one on you, because no one knows how much money. Not even Lynette Preston for the money raised for her. She's telling she doesn't have any idea how much there is.
Right. Unreal.
That is crazy, isn't it? That just blows my freaking mind to hear it. You know, but I thought that was the way that she was posting. I thought maybe that is the case, that she doesn't know a total, because she was mirroring the same total that Lisa was saying live. You know, she would say 18,000. Well, then Lynette would say 18,000. And then she would say something about under 20, So, and numbers will come up here. So
she said it was better that we do not know. And we asked her over and over. When Christmas hit and she started doing the Christmas for Harley, we talked to her about, we really need to get this done. The next project is framing. If we don't get the framing done, the permit's going to expire and we're going to have to start over. And she said, well, let's get through Christmas. We're okay. We got through Christmas. Then she said, well, New Year's is here. Let's get through New Year's. She said, I've got somebody to do it. I'll have him get a hold of you.
So you notice in this thing, just to make this clear too, they go through all the holidays, which they said they would do on one side of the holiday, and then they said on the other side. And then when they're asked enough about it, according to Lynette, that they were going to bring in their own people. That's what we kept talking about, because if they keep it in-house, how do you ever know what kind of expenses are incurred?
That's diabolical.
It's scammer 101, man.
Why would she consent to that? Why would she say, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense? No, it doesn't. Like, it doesn't make sense at all.
Well, I think Lynette on here is put in a situation. What else can she say? No, fuck you, give me my money. Like how does that work? Because she, unfortunately for her, she let this person become her voice.
Stupid. I can't believe she let them put the money in their account.
Yeah, that's straight up. They made money.
You know what they could have done? They could have put up it could have gone directly to a contractor.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If they didn't want Lynette to have it because, people were worried about whatever, what she would spend it on, fine. Get the contractor's info and send it to him.
Well, not just that. Okay, so they claim thousands and thousands of dollars out of donations. Again, they list 3 projects, right? They say that fence, for example, all right? They claim that out of the money donated, they get to decide what the money's for. So already this is scammy as hell, right? But with the fence, Lynette's going to tell you, oh, I've got the receipts. I've got them in my car. I've seen them. I've got them. And it was all paid with Lowe's cards. So none of that cash that she is claiming that was part of that project. Again, all the money was donated for these people, but she's divvying it up. So if none of the money goes to the fence, you would think that would, it would all be one pool. Oh, no, not according to Lisa. Even though all of this was done all for one person, only about $17,000 was set aside for the barn. Even though, again, we know one dude gets $56,000. That's unreal to me.
Unreal.
Yeah. And again, in this, Lynette, what can she do? Ultimately, what can she do? What's bad is when you put all of this out there, you explain it very, very thoroughly. Many idiots in the ecosystem still cannot hear how fucked up this is. It's just like they put their fingers in their ears and they're like, nah. Or they, now they've decided, you just think about how this stuff is gone. Lynette now, they've turned Lynette into the bad guy. They've turned the major donor into the bad guy. They've turned many other donors into the bad guys. Anybody that asks questions or has to do with it. I mean, again, who benefits?
You would think too, with Lynette's association or familiarity with drug users, as she has claimed that she does. She says she has the reason why she's always surrounded by them It's because it's her ministry to, I don't know, associate with these people, give them work or whatever, she gets free labor. I don't know. But she has said it multiple times. You would think with her close association with drug users, she might have recognized that one of these people, or maybe two of them, have that issue. And maybe she shouldn't be giving unfettered access to $100,000 to them.
Even worse than that, you would think that all of the names that you're dealing with when you're talking about them being your voice, they're not covering your story. They are your PR team. They're being your voice. You would think that maybe you would look into them and the people around them, because you might find out that, well, some of these people have some very sketchy, troubling pasts.
Yeah, it was funny. It's like she didn't know or was taken off guard, just like Only Me, to find
she didn't
out
believe,
that,
like at
Mr.
first,
Poppy Seed had a record.
Yeah, she didn't believe it at all. She absolutely did not believe it. She thought that was, she is just as gullible and stupid as the other people with the ecos. All you have to do is look, it's out there. The man, what really got her attention was when somebody on Facebook posted his mugshot. And when they posted that mugshot, she thought it was fake. So she was given the link to where that came from. And even then, and I can understand being in denial somewhat, because you're talking about, oh my God, all my money just went down the drain. And she does say that she doesn't think she'll recover any money, by the way. She thinks it's all gone.
I'm in agreement with her.
Yeah.
But also, all she would have had to do was just Google his name, and it comes up. So if you can't even bother to do a basic Google search on the people that you are allowing to collect all this money, I think you deserve to get fleeced. And also, if you Google Lisa, you find her 8 evictions very easily.
Fleeced, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Fleeced. I like that. Oh, what a mess, though. What an absolute mess. Let's continue with the fun.
Waited and waited, and I have several devices here that I've taken screenshots on, but my baby likes to rip the cords out of stuff, so she makes it hard for us to charge things. So I'm trying to get these things running so I can get the screenshots and print them. I begged her with words that said, I am on my knees with my heart in my hand. Please don't let our permit wear out. Please get this guy to do it. She said, I've got it. Don't worry about it. So we gave our plans the blueprint.
You know what's amazing about that? Did you hear the fake emotion turn on and turn it off? Wasn't that amazing?
She's just like Fleesa. Fleesa's the same.
I mean, that's amazing. Like, she's really, she sounded like, she sounded legit emotional.
Please, with my heart in my hand. You don't have a heart, lady. And neither does Fleesa. And that's the thing, that you got played by people who are just like you. They don't really care about you. They just pretend to.
They're all okay when they're pointing them at someone like Jeremy Hales. Or they're all okay when they're pointing them at people like us. But when they're pointed back at them, they don't like that very much. Their own people, when they turn on them, when they have the motivation to do that, then they don't like it very much. But they love it. They absolutely love it when these people, they're still using the what amazes me is when you listen to this, you remember they are still allowing Lisa access with cameras. They are allowing her to essentially, they're allowing some crazy stuff. Oh, with sound. Let's not forget with sound too, right?
I'm telling you, they must have something on her, or she would have ripped those cameras out by now.
Well, if they've got sound, that means that they've been able to hear everything that goes on there.
Unreal.
Yeah. I mean, again, you don't have to take my word on anything either. Go to those Thomas Collins videos where he's across the street sometimes and listen into the background as these people scream at each other. And then imagine what you could pick up if you had cameras right there, the access to them. And that's 2 cameras. Those are the cameras we know, by the way. I always wonder. Now, again, I'm not saying there are others. I don't know that. But these are things that people are willing to admit. You know, the things that people are willing to admit make you wonder what they hide, what they're not willing to admit. So what else did they have on that property? Did that when they were down there? They have other cameras to install. You know, can they see as well as hear, or can they just pick up sound? I mean, the sound alone, that's something else. Like I said, that was the biggest admission to me. That was a huge admission, because they had always played stuff without sound. Always. But then when they thought they could weaponize it with Hales, and we'll talk about that clip. We'll talk about it another day, and what's actually, I believe, said on that clip. Because we'll talk about that. There's more to cover today, much more. So let's continue.
Awesome.
Prince to some guy that asked us, came and got him. Supposedly it was her friend, an islander.
So her friend, an islander, comes, picks up their blueprints and stuff, according to Lynette. All right. So that's where she was with that.
We gave them to him. 2 weeks later, the plans were back on our fence, and he said, I can't do it. So, okay, she didn't have anyone to do it. John found a Mexican crew. I don't mean to make the Mexican a thing.
The reason she said that, this gives you a time period too. Remember when the Mexican thing came up? That's because they were trying to bury her with that. So she's like, again, if they're Mexican, they could be, you know. I mean, Lord. So to throw that out there, I mean, what's worse? Was it Marla talking about sending them all to Alligator Alley, or was it her calling these people Mexican, which they well could be? You never know.
He found a Mexican crew that said they would do it for $10,000. We told Lisa, we have a crew. They'll do it the weekend. It's done. Pay them. We're good. No. I've got somebody to do it. That's too much money. That'll leave you with nothing. We're like, please, will you just let them.
So if you pay a crew $10,000, that will leave you with nothing.
How is that possible when they had at least 56 grand?
Oh, yeah. Well, and Lisa, again, she said...
Not counting all the other cash apps and whatever.
Yeah, she said that when she was going after Only Me. I know, because I screen recorded this myself to make sure that I had it around. So when they want to whine and cry, if they ever have the audacity to bring something. I mean, again, I will bury them litigation-wise, because she said, you know, why should he get to call everything? Now, she about faces it and blames him for the banners and everything else later on. But at first she was like, you know, other people, when they get together, they gave more than he did. So she admits to she admits to 54,000. Actually, she said 56,000 at one time, but is trying to walk it back. But still, let's just say she admits to 54. Okay. Well, if they gave that much or more, that's $108,000 right there in donations. So, yeah, we're talking about substantial amounts. How does it become under, you know, how can you not afford $10,000 for framing? Wow.
Yeah, that is crazy. And 10,000 to me doesn't seem like a whole lot for that. If someone was willing to do it for $10,000, that seems like a deal to me, because it's a large-ish barn. Like it.
You know what it.
That doesn't seem like a lot. That seems like a good deal.
Well, you know what it does, though, is it takes control out of these people's hands. If they were going to put their own people in, you know, they'd no longer have their own people attached to it.
Right, because that was the whole key, right? Yeah. They wanted to be able to skim it off the top and just pay their people to do a shit job or whatever. Probably.
That's what I would say. You know, that would be my concern with it. Well, let's continue.
Do it, please. Just at least the framing will be done. We get another 180 days. Let's just do it. Nope, not going to do it. She refused. So then I found a construction company. Anybody can vet it, called Thicket Construction. They're in Chiefland. I called him. I talked to him. I said, can you help us? He said, ma'am, it'll be way too expensive. I build brand new homes. but I'm willing to be a consultant. And if you guys want to build yourself, I'll help you. I'll tell you what you need to do, what material you need, but it's $2.50 an hour. So I gave that information to Lisa.
By the way, the subtitle said $2.50. That's not what that meant.
Right. She meant $250 an hour.
$2.50 an hour. Yeah. Like, yeah, no, that'd be a really good deal.
Right.
She said no, nothing. Nope, not going to do it. She had somebody. That was it. The permit date came. I said, Lisa, please. And the permit expired. Well, then I begged Levy County. I said, Bo at Levy County, I said, please give us our permit back. I gave Lisa his information. Lisa told me she called him and that she talked to Bo at Levy County permitting and zoning and that he told her, don't worry about it. You've got all the time in the world. No worries. It's a lie. She never spoke to him.
Stop for a second. Here's the other issue that I have with this. And this has been pointed out by people who, and I know this is true because I've done construction at my house too. Everyone who's ever done construction is like, wait a minute, you don't get the permit. The homeowner doesn't get the permit. The contractor gets the permit. They put it in the contractor's name. Yeah, that's true. Because the contractor is the one who deals with the village or the town or whatever it is, goes to the meetings and gets all your stuff cleared. You don't do that unless you are like someone who's skilled at it, who's done it before. Neither one of them are making any sense.
Could she have put her, how all these people half-ass these things and stuff. Could she have put her name as a contractor on something on her old permit?
It's not that you can't go get one as a homeowner. You can, but it doesn't make sense. If you're hiring a contractor, the contractor is the one responsible for that. And you must let the contractor do it because they deal with the county and the state or whoever that they have to deal with regularly, which is a big headache. If anybody's ever built anything, you would know it is a huge headache. You have to go to these meetings and then they sit around and they discuss, how many feet you have to be from whatever. And it's a whole nightmare. And unless you are someone who does this for a living, a normal person wouldn't understand it and would screw it up. So it's very strange to me that we have two people arguing about a permit that only a contractor should be getting anyway.
Well, they had the kicker was, though, the way I understand it, they had permits that they could continue working with as long as they had their projects start up by a specific date. So they were still able to work under the old guidelines.
Was that temporary one or something?
No, I think that they had the way they explained it, the old blueprints that they had were permitted for so long. Now, I don't know why. I don't know the whys and wherefores or any reason like that. I don't know if it was like, again, I don't know anything about construction, so I don't know if they're only permitted for so long, if there's law change. I don't know exactly. But you remember the messages that she leaked that were about Lisa, where she's talking to a contractor. By the way, the reason that, again, and she notes this, she does not have Lisa, like I noted the other day, she doesn't have Lisa's contact number. She can't contact her except on Facebook. Like really, right. That's her noting that. She says that she has no way to contact Lisa. Now I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea. I don't know. But that's wild. If you think that if somebody had $100,000 a month, like Megan and I co-host, right? If I call, even if she's busy, if I call, I will get a call back, to see, hey, what's up? So
Tug's had my phone number from like day one.
Yeah.
Call me. Of course, now the entire internet has my phone number. Thanks, Lips. But whatever. I only answer numbers I know, so it's no skin off my back. Jeremy says, by the way, that Lynette is claiming she's the general contractor, which is legal. She just has no clue. That's what I thought.
She said something like that. I believe, again, I select clips. The reason I'm doing it this way, really, it's twofold. Number one, I'm proving that they said it was all lies. She would never reach out. We're just lying about her. It was all just stuff that was posted before. Well, yeah, no. She absolutely reached out. She absolutely communicated. And she wanted, again, to put Lisa in jail. She made that very clear. Not get her money back. That she doesn't think the money exists anymore.
And I'm sure she's right about that, probably. I mean, look, Lisa has changed her story about how much money is left how many times now? It's a lot. Like, she keeps on saying there's 18,000 or there's more than 18 or less than 18 or 10,000 wouldn't even cut, you'd have nothing left. Where she keeps on changing the numbers. I think we lost Tug. Did we lose you? Oh, yep. He lost power. It's all right. This is my show now. I'm taking over. Welcome to the Fox Den. This is no longer the Tug show. And this is what he gets for keeping my leg warmers, by the way. This is what he gets. But did you see his new short? Did you see? It was in the opening of the show. And it is so funny. Oh, I know what I'll play for you while we're waiting for him to kick his power back up. Since this is my show now, I'm going to play my new Christmas Time with Mug song. I made a new video. Check it out. This is fun. Where is it? Here it is.
Christmas time is here, a time when friends draw near. Gather round ye old microphone and lend us your little ears. It's that umbrella guy and Megan Fox. Not
Look how big he is. Isn't that funny?
It's your favorite pair. There's not much they won't dare. It's Christmas time with Mug. Jingle, jangle, jingle bells. Oh, what fun it's gonna derail. A bug raid here and a hangry raid there. Don't worry, folks, there's pizza bites to spare. Tinsel, tansel, gifts on the rug. It's time for Christmas cheer with Mug. Jingle, jangle, tinsel, tansel. Ooh, jingle, jangle.
Where are my pants?
Tansel.
I should have put Tug in the leg warmers. That's funny. So yeah, I had so the first time, if you guys remember, the original video had me and Tug was dressed as Santa, and in the picture he looks much bigger than me. But which he is, he's a whole foot taller than me or more, right? Like, what am I, 5'3", and he's like 6'4", or something like that. So more than a foot. And when the AI turned it into a video, it made us like the same size. And I was like, that's not right. So on the second try, when I did the cartoons, I told it the actual, our actual heights, and it fixed it. It was so funny. And it made him like his real size. Where are you? Why aren't you here? There you are. Wait, stop. Oh, he's gone again. He was here for like 2 seconds and then he left again. All right, hold on. Yes, he is very tall. He's very big and I'm very small. So that cartoon one is much closer. Uh-oh, he's getting hit by a major storm. All right, maybe he'll be able to call in. We will see. He might be able to use it. Oh no, we won't be able to. Oh no, the bombshell is ruined. Or maybe not. If he put it on Dropbox, I can access it. It's probably there. He'll just have to tell me what folder. Let's see. He's trying. All right. In the meantime, he also made me a short, which I thought was hilarious. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, by the way, folks, Tug did say I could address this, so I might as well do it while it's my show and I've taken over now, and he's not here to say don't, but he said I could. If you are on Facebook and you have been participating in a group called What the Hales versus What the Hales, I would encourage you to unfollow that group immediately and report it on your way out the door. Because John D. Grems Jr., who owns that group, has allowed Paint Chips to republish the Revenge Prawn. And he's arguing with me. He has argued with me over the last hour about why he can do that, even though it violates terms of service. Which he cannot do.
Yes, man. It sounds like
Sorry
a
about that.
monsoon. No, I've got a monsoon hitting here. It sounds like.
Well, I was just informing the chat about what a piece of shit that John D. Grems Jr. is on What the Hales versus What the Hales. And I am leaving the group. I have reported them because he's refusing to take it down. Republishing.
Yeah, well, it's funny because the person that they're posting, first of all, they've been banned on several platforms. And what they do is they ban evade by making excess accounts. So they make accounts over and over again. And they're like, oh, this is all, it's just for, actually, at some point, it's not anymore. First of all, from, what a bunch of idiots. All right, let's see how it works out.
Yep. John D. Grems lives in Fulton, Missouri. He's a total asshole, and he should be reported because he is resharing Revenge Prawn. So it looks like he owns a computer business, and he has a wife and family and people who put all of their personal info all over Facebook, and I intend to use it to make him stop. I intend to inform everyone he knows about what it is that he's doing on Facebook.
You intend to utilize your free speech as he discussed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, because it's just free speech, right, John? I wonder how John would feel if I took his wife's face, of which I have several screenshots now because, nobody locks down anything on Facebook. I wonder how he would feel if I took his wife's face and I put his wife's face in the same kind of video with Paint Chips. Would he feel that it was free speech for me to distribute that all over Facebook?
It'd be just like Ray. Then it would be a threat and more. These people.
Yeah, his last post says that he took it down. Unfortunately for him, I can still see it. So whether it's up or down, I don't care. I'm leaving the group. I have reported the group. And the fact that I have screenshots of him arguing with me about why he should be able to leave that up. It's a ridiculous argument. But I have tons of he's a piece of shit. I'm leaving the group, and I'm going to encourage all of you to leave it too, because a person like that who has the nerve to argue about that kind of material staying up, that is not a person whose group you should support. And he lets Paint Chips in there. And Paint Chips, frankly, he's a disgusting pig. And he can say whatever he wants, but I don't want to support people who allow that disgusting pig to post his crap. So. Oh, good. I'm glad he's taken it down. He should, but he argued with me for the last hour while he left it up and said he wasn't going to take it down. And he actually said, you know what he said to me, Doug? He said, it's no different than me making fun of Paint Chips for being fat.
Really? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Interesting, really? Okay.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
What a bunch of idiots.
Revenge Prawn is no different. Like depicting
I
someone in a gross manner is no different than saying someone is fat.
Again, multiple platforms have sounded off and have banned that already. So, they've banned the not just the item itself, but the accounts utilizing it. But they ban evade. They ban evade by making multiple other accounts. They just flood the internet with them and then try to pretend they haven't been banned. But they absolutely have. You should go back to the original ones and see if they're still there. They're not, and you could chase them around and get every single one of their accounts banned. But really, that's the stuff that'll come up. Again, it'll come up in a protective order, I'm sure, because I'm absolutely sure of that. because that was encouraged
absolutely.
by Preston.
It will. I also want to say too, to anybody else out there who thinks that it's a good idea to republish that video that Paint Chips made, you will be held accountable in court. We are not done by a mile with this. We are not done. So anybody who wants to jump on board, you will be named in court filing, and you will spend your time and effort and energy and money fighting me off in court, and I will not quit. When I decide that I'm going to go after somebody in court, I don't have any quit. I have one speed, one gear. It's go. So if you want to go, do you have 10 years to fight with me in court over this shit? If you don't, I suggest you don't go down that road, that you don't repost that material, because not only will I go after you, but Jeremy Hales will too. So if you want to be in court with me and Jeremy Hales for the next 10 years or more, go ahead and republish it. But I'm done. I'm done playing with these people. And that goes for anybody else who wants to jump on board. Anybody like John Grams Jr. You want to jump on board? You want to start this fight with me? You may start it, but I will end it.
John, weren't you the dude that was in that main group that got shut down, the fan group that would complain that people weren't being nice to you if they spoke to you, even you wanted them removed because they weren't nice enough to you? Lord, okay. Right.
I mean,
I don't
people,
know, man.
Apparently he wants some though. He wants some.
Well, give him some. Yeah.
I'm already on it. I'm already working on it. And it's really gross. You know, you people out there, John, you've got a family, you've got people who know you, and I'll make sure that every single one of them knows what you did. I've got screenshots of your argument with me about how posting disgusting videos like that is somehow you're right. Somehow free speech. I wonder what your kids, your grandkids will think about that. Now, I'm done playing with these people. I mean, I am pissed off. They have pissed me off. Like I have ignored a lot of this shit, but I am not going to ignore it if it starts spreading. You know, there is no excuse for Paint Chips and Vomit, but they're idiots. They're going to idiot. But the rest of you, like, don't join them. Don't do it. Just saying. Okay, I got that off my chest. I think I'm all right now.
All right. Well, hey, you know, right now, like I said, we are in monsoon area. So if for some reason I blank out again, that's what's happening.
Don't worry, I'll scream at John Grams for a while.
Okay.
If you go away, I'll continue yelling at him. It'll be fine.
By the way, folks, if you've enjoyed content, including Megan breaking and
losing her shit,
then consider ye old breadsticks. They're always welcome. Actually, I've got to do some holiday. I got to do my last holidays tomorrow. You know, I got to go out and I'm not looking forward to that at all.
Oh, the shopping, you mean?
Yeah. So the holidays, the DAZE, you know.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah. By the way, look, I made this beautiful thing too. I'll show this to you real quick before we continue. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, I can't see anything. It's blank.
What? It's not show, mother. It won't pull up. That's bad.
So that's why it's not working. It's because the storms in the area probably.
No, that's StreamYard.
No, look at that. Oh my God, that's the funniest thing ever.
I was like, you better show my little KFC dude. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I love him. Oh my God, that's cute.
It's totally adorable. I love it.
Yeah, apparently there's a setting in ChatGPT where you can make anything into a keychain. You know, so
I love it. I want that keychain. Can you have them made? You know what you need to do? You need to send that to Slug, who has a 3D printer, and have him 3D print you one.
Oh man, that would be cool, actually.
I know, right?
I get little chef tugs, and you know, All kinds of wonderful stuff. My God. Now I'm going to turn every one of these weird pictures that I've made for the last, few months, like little pimp tugs. I'm going to turn them into keychains. What about a little tug with a flea on his shoulder trying to talk him into stuff? I wonder if that would make a keychain. Make this a keychain. 1 second. We'll get back to the clips in 1 minute. I'm letting everything load back up. That's why it's taking me a second too. It's got to load back in. Very annoying.
Oh, this is really funny because John Grems has posted his. He's decided that he looked up the law and he might be wrong. So he's
you were wrong, dude. You absolutely
you are
were wrong in the thing. But what's fucked up about it again is these stances. They don't take. It's just like Ray, man. They don't take these stances. You think calling someone fat is the same as, and that blows my mind. That absolutely fucking blows my mind. Again, if I were to call someone fat, they can, if they want to get insulted by it, that's their business. If I put up something that is aimed at reputation and more, that's a bit different. And that's exactly what these people do. They take it, especially with women. With me, who gives a shit? That ain't gonna hurt me as a man. Now it may hurt a business owner, like a Hales. Like he doesn't need that attached to him, and it's attached to people who, again, are supposed to stay away and not mess with him. Period. So that's got its own layers. But for me, that's not nearly as damaging. For women, it also shows how easily, like, the people, when they peel off the mask, they know the problems with certain things. They know platform wise it's a problem. It'll cost you your whole fucking group. It'll cost you. It'll cost you. Again, it costs paint chips. His freaking platform.
And I will tell everyone on Facebook what you did, because you people are stupid enough to put your friend list out there publicly. I will contact every person on it and I will send them a link to what you did and what you shared. Your grandmother, your mother, your wife, your daughters. I'll tell everybody, because it's the truth. It's not defamatory because it's the truth. So if you want to take your life and put it in my hands by sharing defamatory and illegal material of me, you'll see what will happen. I will burn your life to the ground. I will. I've had enough. I've had enough, Tug. I've had enough. I have had enough. There is a line and you will not cross it, because I've had enough and I'm feeling good today. You know why I'm feeling good today, Tug? Do you know why?
What's that?
Because that drama-stirring shitbag, Bruce Matskin, got his ass handed to him by a Florida judge, and he's getting referred for prosecution. I've got the order, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get to that at some point. Don't tell me to calm down, chat. How dare you? I'm just kidding. I took my blood pressure medication today. I'm fine. Yeah, it's because I was on with Nick Ricada today. That's true. I got a little feisty. Maybe. No, I'm feeling good today. Because you know what? This is the second lawyer who's going to have his probably see his license removed or get disciplined, but he's definitely facing something bad. And it's the second lawyer who's come after me saying they were going to destroy me. They were going to sue me into the ground, take my car, take my house. And guess what's happening? I'm still standing, and where are they? David Gingras is facing a disciplinary action at the in a second DUI in front of the bar in Maricopa County, and what's his name? Bruce Matskin. He's getting referred to 3 different bars. So I feel real good today. You want to try me today? You know what else? Laura Owens is facing 14 felonies. I put bitches in jail. So you want to try me? I'm feeling good today. Feeling real good, Tug. Real good.
Me too. I like these little figures. They look cool.
I will feed you, pig. You're going to feed him?
He's going to feed him pig, maybe because the
I will feed, like I'll give you bacon. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
What a weirdo, man.
This guy is unhinged.
That's so weird, man. All these people are, though. They're all nut jobs. But I mean, that's the kind of stuff that just is randomly inserted on just a random afternoon. That's the kind of, you have no idea how many just utterly loony freaking emails they get. I mean, you're talking dozens and dozens, especially when this stuff first kicked off. Holy God, man. People have no idea, like the level of harassment aimed at intimidation. When we say people were brought in as paid harassers, that's why they would mail again dozens and dozens of things like that. 1 second, I got a raider. 1 second, I'm mute.
Well, unbelievable. This idiot is on the Facebook post saying, Paint Chips, there's no reasonable expectation of privacy for public figures. Excuse me? You're not allowed to make revenge porn of public figures. I don't care how much you think that the law protects you. You cannot do that. He's an idiot. And the fact that there are people listening to a disbarred lawyer and taking legal advice from a disbarred lawyer, you have to be some kind of total moron to do that. It's incredible. And even if you can't go after him criminally for this, I can absolutely go after him civilly for it. And don't think I won't. I can go after anybody civilly for publishing this because it's defamatory, it's harassing, it's disgusting.
And they've been notified repeatedly that it's been removed.
That I don't consent to it.
Well, it's been removed, period. They know that it's violations, that platforms consider it harassment. So we'll see. We'll see if, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to
Oh my God, Tug.
What?
I'm going to send you a private chat. We can't say anything about this now, but the bombshells just keep falling.
Oh no, another good one.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Give me a second. All right, just a second, Jack. I know there's it'll take a moment. So, all right, let's.
Oh wait.
Okay. Oh my God.
And yeah.
Oh my God. Let's finish that clip before
Yep.
the power blinks out again. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Let's listen to that thing, and then I want to know about that. That sounds amazing. Let me snort even. All right, here we go.
Anybody can vet it. Called Thicket Construction. They're in to help us. He said, ma'am, it'll be way too expensive. And if you guys want to build yourself, I'll help you. I'll tell you what you need to do, what material you need, but it's $250 an hour. So I gave that information to Lisa. She said, no, nothing. Nope, not going to do it. She had somebody. That was it. The permit date came. I said, Lisa, please. And the permit expired. Well, then I begged Levy County. I said, Bo at Levy County, I said, please give us our permit back. I gave Lisa his information. Lisa told me she called him. And that she talked to Bo at Levy County permitting and zoning, and that he told her, don't worry about it. You've got all the time in the world. No worries. It's a lie. She never spoke to him.
Wow.
So I told her, Bo got back with me, and he said, I talked to the Bronson board. So this was a board meeting. Again, can be vetted. The board decided to allow him to offer us back the permit if we hired an engineer. So he gave me a list. I went through the list. I only found one that was willing to work with us. His name is, I don't want to give it. I will if I have to. It might upset him. But his name is Michael. And he said, no problem. It's $2,500. I'll do all of your inspections. I'll do what Bo wants. I know him very well. We'll work together. We'll get this done. So we gave Lisa that information. And again, I begged her. My heart is in my hands. Please, please pay him. Call him. So she called Mr. W one time. He called her back because she got his voicemail. He called her back. He got her voicemail, and then nothing. She wouldn't take any calls, and she didn't call him back. And we all of a sudden start hearing that I am an ungrateful, evil person who didn't have any thoughtfulness or thankfulness or whatever for anything she did. And that I was cutting her down online, and that trolls told her that. And I said, Lisa, for the love of God, you sound like Shara. You're doing it. You're saying exactly what Shara said. The trolls told you I'm talking shit about you, therefore I...
See, so she admits, too, that it went the same way with Shara again. She went after Shara, but of course it's the trolls, right? I like that. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. That's a lie. I haven't said a word about you. We loved you. My little girl loves you.
All right, there's a couple more things I do want to throw in there. Let's see. Let's throw in a Bruce one, you know?
Ooh, yeah. I love this part. Mm-hmm.
This is kind of nice. You know, want a little saute with this. So this is a little bit of, like I said, it's a little Brucey Bruce action here, you know? Now let's generate. Although you notice the captions just stop in the middle sometimes. Let's see what happens here. This is not long, but this goes with the writing of items. Again, she had a lot to say about Bruce. Some things that, well, if I put them on here, I would have to edit them out, unfortunately. So,
Discharged Bruce. I discharged him and his wife, but I will, and I don't. There's been a lot of things between.
Stop.
What?
I did what? I discharged him and his.
I discharged Bruce.
Oh, like as in him and his wife?
Yeah, and his wife.
Wait a minute. What did his wife have to do with it?
I don't know, but isn't that an interesting statement there?
Yes.
Yeah. She also, listen to what she's saying. She's had problems, but won't get into it. And then she gets, well.
Okay.
Let's just say
that wife thing threw me.
Yeah.
And I don't. There's been a lot of things between Bruce and I. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah. But she doesn't leave it at that, of course.
But I do need Bruce at the moment. I cannot write these motions by myself.
I cannot write these motions by myself.
Holy God, you got her.
Booyah.
Oh my God. Dude, I need this right now.
I will beat you with a fucking hammer.
That's what you call Tug's hammer right there.
She's throwing everybody on the bus, dude. I mean, I'm just telling you. Like this.
She just threw herself under the bus. She was going to tell the court that she wrote all those motions.
Yep. That's what I've been saying. I'm like, I know better. I know better. Oh, amazing, isn't it? Amazing. What's bad? Like I said, this is a consensual discussion. I mean, holy God. You know, the problem you run into as well, like a lot of other people run into, at what point are you like, man, this is some criminal bullshit. Like these people are lying. Like,
yeah, it's going to get real awkward in court because she's, wow. Didn't she just say that I think she forgets what it is that she says from one day to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Because she couldn't possibly remember that she had told you that and then be all, well, I'm just going to tell the court that I wrote all of those motions.
I wonder what Bruce thinks about getting tossed under the bus like this. Again, like shit. This, by the way, just a note, this was a first conversation. Yeah. So this is initial discussion, and in that she already threw Bruce under the bus. She's again, it started, the whole point of it was at first to, again, not to get money back. She made that very clear. She doesn't think there's any money left. She actually wants to put Lisa in jail. That was her point. She wants Lisa in jail. Although, certain things, she talks about other people being lazy, and yet she wouldn't get on them either. So, IC3 anyone? But that right there, what a clip. Let's finish it.
And unfortunately, I need the help that he's giving me.
So I need that. She's admitting it through the whole clip.
I need Bruce at the moment. I cannot write these motions by myself. And unfortunately, I need the help that he's giving me.
So she admits.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's a hell of a clip, is it not?
Oh, yeah. That one. Ooh, that's gonna make sanctions hurt.
Oh, you want a better one? Well, not a better one, but you want one. So you know how they call Shara a liar all the time, right?
Oh yeah.
They say that she lied about everything, everything. So let's see. I had to relock this one, so it may try to close out on me. If it does, we'll have to do it twice. But let's see. No, it did. Good deal. This one. So you remember the Russell Meeks narrative, though. Now she's going after just randomly. I mean, it just goes after people randomly. So she starts going after the Grangers, talking about some crazy shit. And at the very end of it, she throws in the Russell Meeks thing, the same thing that Shara was supposedly a liar when she said that these people said it. Check this out.
And the lies that Therese Granger said about all the sexual shit, she lied. She lied. And there's a reason Therese and Brett lied. They conspired to kill Russell Meeks.
Oh,
you hear that? Wow. So again, they said, though, when Shara brought all of that up, that she was a liar. She couldn't prove anything. But that is her. I mean, again, this is a first conversation. And she's throwing this out there. Is that not wild?
That's insane.
But it proves it gives.
She runs around telling people like anything she wants. Like, oh yeah, such and such. They're planning to kill Russell Meeks. Like, does she even know what she's saying and what it means?
Here, I was like, what? The what now? They're doing what? Shara said. You know what's funny is Shara said in her first discussion, that's what she told her. Remember? So in my first discussion with her, that's what she told me. Oh, it's so amazing. Oh Lord, let's see. There's a couple out there. There's a well, let's do maybe two more. There's two more with costs. I want to bring in cost stuff. The fence, I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I like the wait, is that the wrong one? Wait, let's see. 1 second. One of these cost ones, the other one may have not recorded. I may have to clip that one later. There's one with the fence, and then there's one that talks about cost with fence, like I said, and then there's another one that talks about other costs. I don't know which one this is. I just put costs money $17K. So we'll see which one this is, because I'm not really sure which one this is. But there were two where she goes about costs. And I'll have to find the other one because I don't think I saved both of them. I'll have to check though.
She never told us how much. One day, after she bought the island for me, which was $300. She paid for the water heater, which ended up being $2. She's lazy. So she bought a water heater. This is John's fault. He couldn't figure out how to make it work right. He hooked it up wrong. Let's just say that. He hooked it up wrong. So we needed to send it back because we thought it was broken. She is too lazy to send it back. So she just said, just screw it. It's too much trouble. Just keep it and get the new one. So
they get the wrong product. And she's like, I'm too lazy to get
Oh my God.
Isn't that amazing?
It's crazy is what it is.
Oh my God.
She actually paid for 2 water heaters. So let's just say that was $600 for the both of them. So $300 for the island, $600 for the water heaters. And then she showed up with 2 toilets. Didn't ask us if we wanted the toilets or even what we wanted in the toilet.
You just brought random
My
toilets.
God. Oh my God. That is so insane. She didn't ask us what kind of toilets. Like she just, you know what she was trying to do? She was like, well, I was just trying to make them shut up about the toilet issue. It's like, but you didn't even check to see what kind of toilets you needed? What an idiot.
I love it.
She just showed up with 2 toilets, and she did buy the lumber, and we did see the receipt on the lumber, and it was $2,300 for the lumber.
So that's where, so when I said $2,300 in lumber that's sitting on the ground outside, and they're like, that's not the number, that's not it. How would he even know that? How would I indeed? That's what I love about this. They say, oh, everything's been, oh no, she told me a lot of things that you guys have been up to. She sold you mofos out.
God.
I mean, okay, you think about it. So she's talking about cost though. She's making the point. This is all they've spent. $2,300. They had the island, the water heaters, and a couple of toilets. That's their barn money. That's what they've spent. I mean, that's crazy when you think about it. All that money, and they're saying, oh, well, $10,000 would wipe us out. Really? Where'd the money go? I knew it was much cheaper than
she said all she had left was about 17,000. She had said 20, but then she said it was actually around 17,000.
Oh my God.
Yep, 17,000. So these numbers, again, this stuff is just, it's crazy when you think about it. I don't know if this other one, I think I may have not saved one in here. I meant to. So I may have to pull a couple more another day. But let me check. Let me check one real quick. Let me make sure. Because one of them is, it's long like the other one, that was 6 minutes. And I don't remember doing 2 6-minute ones. So I may have, when I say, how you save in sometimes.
Yeah.
Being weird. I may have messed that up. Well, I'll pull that one later. There's the other one that I wanted to put in here, and I forgot about another one too. So really, there were 2 more that I really wanted to add to this. Again, I want them to really guess about what we know. I posted something also. I do want to know this as well. All right. Because they keep saying that no one knows anything. No one has any idea. When they were talking about Tina, they wanted to see the texts with Tina. Let me pull this post up here because there were a bunch of texts from 2L that popped up in the Nats thing. This was one. I also want to see the text from this Tina Sharamol of what she claims Michelle has said. Oh, it's not just texts. It's Facebook messages, like videos. It's also text, of course, text in multiple directions. And on top of that, she talked to her for a long time. And like I said in here, there's certain things they keep talking. She also was like, I didn't pay for no lawyers or anything. Well, as I said, let me just read this to you. And Hales is panicking. Preston didn't just text this person, by the way. She spoke to her for months. Ask Preston about the probation officer. She was asking this woman here to do stuff going after Lisa, after Gabe, talking trash about Bruce, John Cook, the works. Oh, by the way, Lisa, that phone call that you had the day before Thanksgiving with this certain lawyer that you deny knowledge of, period? Yeah, well, you know what? Tina knows about that too. How does she know? Because, well, let's just say she heard you. Oh my God. Or where the money came from. How here's a question. How about the money and the failed attempt to obtain money from a certain sister? You know which one we're talking about there. Then, Lisa, why don't you ask yourself, and John Cook too, why don't you ask yourself a little question? How do I know that? How do I know these things? That should provide a little bit of legitimacy. Also, you know, you'll see a couple of things. Like I said, you saw a couple tonight, but there was many, many more things. You know, that lady, again, this woman told her the craziest stuff. She wanted a weapon, just like she wanted me to be a weapon. She wanted to wield it against these people. And again, I don't blame her for not liking those people, but Lord, she conspired with them. That's her bad, right?
Yeah.
I mean, my God, what did she expect? They're a bunch of very, let's just say they're very unsavory people. And we'll leave it at that, right?
Very.
Yeah, but there is a lot.
There's so many unsavory people in this scenario.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of all of the unsavoriness. Is that a
But
word?
it's like this. There's some things that have high court value, I'm going to say, that I would not want to note yet that were given. You heard the Bruce thing. That was just, imagine that's the kind of things that are just thrown out there randomly. Imagine what is said purposefully. You know. Again, I had another clip with John Cook where she says that he's not physically abusive, but he is mentally. He was like that to her mother, to his ex-wife. We know the story of the ex-wife and the ashes in the shed, by the way. So you know where that goes. And she talks about how he is speaking to Lisa every single day, how she coddles him. You know, she placates his ego. That's why. So
He's an idiot.
Yeah, she didn't want John Cook knowing though, because John Cook's 100% in with Lisa. That's according to MP. Like John Cook is in league with her, despite everything, which I do not understand. By the way, I for the life of me, I cannot get that. But hey, I guess that is what it is.
You know, of all the people in this story, I enjoy John Cook a lot because of how dumb he is.
Yes.
He's one of the funniest idiots I mean, I do think he's dangerous also, but man.
Yeah, he does some really stupid things, you know.
Really stupid things. And it's wonderful. It's just wonderful for the story arc. Yeah. I just hope and pray that he doesn't do something dangerously stupid, because I do think that he's unhinged enough to try it, and I think he ought to just check himself before he ends up in prison forever.
What a mess, man! These people. You know, we have our wonderful document that came up too. You know, the.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, by the way, if any one of you idiots in the ecosystem does harm Jeremy Hales or George, trust me when I tell you this, I'll spend the rest of my life making sure you get life.
Oh yeah. It won't end just whoops, okay, that was over. No.
Nope.
And there are a lot of people.
I will spend years doing it if I have to, but you will go to prison forever. So
I think the only thing that has kept him safe is the fact that so many people know that this stuff is going on.
Oh, I agree. Because if he disappears.
Oh, I got to write her 1 second. She's coming in. She's having me open
I said you.
What is this? A Jello pack?
Yeah, I found it in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay. Well, you can have it.
If it's in the refrigerator.
It's fair game?
Yeah, I always eat when playing games.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But you always need the juice out, or you will get stuff on anything you play with.
That's true. All right, well, take it upstairs and be careful with it. Don't get that juice on anything else. That's a good idea. You know? And be careful, you know. You don't want to take another spill like you did yesterday, you know. She went to church and took a spill yet again, you know. She was running like a crazy person. Yeah. And she landed right on that place where she bruised it, where she fell off the bed. Right on it. So
You need to take a picture of that.
oh no, it's rough. It's rough. But I can go upstairs. Yeah. Yeah. You be good. Hey, close my door. Love you. She's like a little bullet running back and forth everywhere. You know? Yeah. There's also, this is a good note too. And if anyone tries anything with informants, Tina, Lori, remember, you will be pursued to the fullest extent of law. Indeed. Indeed. You know, you go out, you try to pick some kind of nastiness with these folks, you're gonna have a problem. Oh,
and you would think that by now, especially with this next document we're going to look at, you would start to learn that these people in the ecosystem would start to learn that we know what we're talking about. Dude, we have been predicting this from day one.
I'm sure, like, if the judge in the other case would have done what he's supposed to do, we would have something huge in that one as well. You know, we would have. You'd had a hammer drop. Because, Bruce has done. Bruce, come on, dude. You know this stuff is crazy, man. You know, like, it's nuts. Like, when we're hearing about not just messages sent to, I mean, you're trying to get a hold of the judge. Come on, dude. You know that's wrong. You know better. You are an officer of the court. Oh, man, what a nut. You want to read some?
Yeah, sure. This cause came before the court on December 17th upon defendant Jeremy Hale's motion to strike unauthorized communications and for sanctions for unauthorized practice of law, document 95, in the court hearing argument of counsel and being fully advised in the premises, it is hereby ordered and adjudged as follows. Defendant motion is granted. And Nick pointed out today that it does not say granted in part. It is fully granted.
Boom. Well, you know, it does help grant a motion when the other people don't show up. Did you hear, by the way, the ecosystem? So 2L was saying, oh, well, if Bruce was supposed to be there, he would have been there for sure.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no
Like
way.
Pensacola.
Yeah.
Like Pensacola, you liar.
I'm just like,
he doesn't show up when he's told to be somewhere. What makes you think he would be there?
Well, we absolutely saw items leading up to this where he's supposed to be there, you know. He just decided that he wasn't going to be there, and I mean, that's his prerogative. It's just when the court, they don't appreciate that. They don't at all. That's how you get motions that are granted in full, you know. That typically, that's what blows me away with Bolitho. Again, somebody's like, screw you, you know, the guy who shows up shouldn't be the one like eating it. It should be the person that is just like, hey, I'm not even listening to you. In fact, that should be a wake-up call for a judge.
Yeah, and he should have gone forward and written the sanctions for Bruce that day as well.
Yep, he could have. He didn't have to wait around.
No, he didn't have to wait around. But he did. And now because of it, he just weaseled out of even having to do it. And he has caused this whole problem. If he had put the hammer down on him then, I don't think he would have done what he did in Florida. But you know what? Good for Judge Grebe. Judge Grebe isn't going to put up with this crap.
What's insane, it also, again, it makes me wonder if they've done this and they're this brazen with this court, why are we not? You know, these people have written other courts. They talk about it.
So he has done the same thing probably in federal cases.
We know other ones for sure have. Why aren't we seeing anything done about it?
Right. So the court finds, and this is so good, the court finds that Bruce Matskin is not licensed to practice law in Florida and has not been admitted pro hoc vice in this matter. The court further finds that Bruce Matskin has engaged in communications with the court and parties in this case, including emails dated October 6th, 7th, 9th, which constitute the unauthorized practice of law, a third-degree felony, referable for prosecution to the Florida Supreme Court.
Man, oh man.
This will get awkward.
Yeah, that's hammer dropping time. I mean, that's bad news for him.
That's so bad. It's so bad for him. He's getting referred to every bar that Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Florida. And that right there, this is every bit as scary as the judge in the Laura Owens case referring her for prosecution, and she's now facing 14 felonies.
This stuff is wild, man.
Just want to keep bringing that up because she was the last person who wanted to
Yep.
fuck around and find out.
It's amazing. Well, again, I think we've given all these people good advice, all of them, but they just don't want to hear it. You know, they don't want to hear it at all. In fact, when something like this happens, they're damage controlling it instead of taking a lesson from it. You would think you'd look at it and be like, yeah, maybe there's a lesson here for me.
Yeah.
Nope. I love it.
I think that's the end of page 1.
Oh, okay, my bad. So, number 4, all communications, including emails and any legal documents sent or prepared by Bruce Manskin, in this case, are hereby stricken from the record. Of course, they put them on the record, really, when you think about it, too. They put them on the record to note that it happened, that he was communicating, because he had no reason to be communicating with the court. He's not, as it says, he's not licensed in the state. He's not in this pro hoc vice. In fact, those people supposedly kicked him to the curb. I mean, essentially, he was arguing the case without actually being involved in the case, which is crazy when you think about it. It's crazy because if that's been happening in other cases, then how much influence how much have they influenced cases? God, it makes you.
Yeah, and some judges do fall for this. Like, obviously, I think Bolitho did.
Mhm.
I think that it's unfortunate, really unfortunate, that this is a tactic. The reason why he keeps doing it is because sometimes it works.
But you know what's crazy is while he's doing this, they're putting all this stuff on the line for Lynette Preston. I mean, ultimately, no matter what his motives are for it, it still boils down to this stuff is put on the line for Lynette Preston. She's selling him out. She's talking trash if she's talking trash to me, I mean, imagine what she's talking to people that she feels comfortable, like really comfortable with. Imagine what they plot. Because it's got to be
God, it's got to be so bad. I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, again, but these are the people, and again, they deserve each other because they chose to be there. Bruce was like, oh, well, you know what? Tell every side of it. Okay, well, when these people turn on you, Bruce, don't you see how they're a problem? Can you not see that now? When you're like, hey, man, these people have a long track record. Again, that's not taking him off the hook at all either. It's just like they wanted me to step in there and to defend these folks who would, they'd eat you without hesitation. No thanks. Bruce is hereby admonished, baby, for engaging in unauthorized practice of law in Florida without proper admission to the Florida bar or pro hoc vice admission in this case. So he's been admonished. That's not good for you, buddy. That doesn't look good. Remember how he said he's never had this happen before, by the way?
Yep, he can never say that again.
Yep. This also, I mean, right here, it definitely reflects in his other case. Him doing all of this.
You mean that defamation case he filed against Larry where he said he has a 20-year clean record? He's never been disciplined, and none of these things that Larry said he thought was going to happen would happen. Everything Larry said he thought was going to happen has now happened.
Yep. It's just amazing.
It's just a different judge. That's all. Larry thought that this was going to happen in the Fed 2 case. Turns out it happened in the thumbnail case. But also Larry thought it was going to happen in the thumbnail case too. He has no case now against Larry. Not that he ever did, but he sure doesn't have one now.
But this is the guy too that, he's like, I totally didn't help bring this case. I didn't do, and Yeah, well, about that, you should again, Bruce. Do you wonder? Here's a vague question. I'm just going to ask you. Do you wonder what maybe has been said about those cases by certain people? I mean, if they're willing to say things about writing items, what might they slip up and say about, I don't know, giving lawyers money? I mean, all kinds of things. What might they have told people? Many people, by the way. Who knows? But I'll leave it to that. That's a fun little dilly. Again, Bruce. What a mess. Bruce is hereby enjoined from further communication with the court until properly admitted pro hoc VJ pursuant to Rule 1.200 of the Florida Rules of General Practice and Judicial Administration, or associated with the Florida Council who actively participates in this matter. So, I don't think they, with everything that happened, I think you can make a good case for not giving him pro hoc VJ status too. I think that could be very easily arranged. Ooh, I like this little Santa tug freaking keychain. Oh, I'll have to show. Yes, while I'm reading, you can hear me clicking.
You're still making keychains. That's really funny.
Hell yeah, man.
You're
it's
even
amazing.
doing it when you're reading. Well, now I feel less bad.
Yeah, well, I know you do whatever. I don't care as long as we sort of cover. I mean, again, we have.
I'm still fighting with paint chips.
Well, that stuff yesterday was really funny.
Well, he just said on Facebook that he's upset that John took down the post, and he just said he made no mistakes. He was bullied and extorted by a maniac named Germ. And I responded, the only person guilty of extortion is you. 4 years, extortion,
4 years.
theft, abusing a blind man, causing an international incident, threatening to dismember your wife. You're a disgusting pig.
It's what's really crazy. All of that stuff was in the prosecution. Now, that case is crazy. If people ever want to really read through some insanity, these are the people that they link up with. These are the people that they take advice from and more. It blows my mind sometimes. But anyway, Preston. This is for Preston too. It's hereby ordered to identify to the court and all parties the name of anyone not licensed to practice law in Florida and has not been admitted pro hoc VJ in this court who gives legal advice to her in matters before this court. Hey, by the way, Lynette, does that mean you're going to mention those certain things about paint chips that you said? Will you bring those up? I mean, the legal advice. Are you going to throw that in there too? Just curious. Yeah.
True.
Paint chips, have you been giving somebody legal advice?
God, would that be so funny?
Oh, well.
I'm sure that the Florida bar would love to tangle with him again.
Oh, well, I mean, wonder again. It's just amazing. It's amazing what some people We'll leave that for some speculation out there. Or drafts paperwork. So you notice this. It's an or. So gives legal advice to her or drafts paperwork on her behalf, which is then submitted to this court in the future. So this court reserves jurisdiction to enforce the terms of this matter. It was done and ordered. What day did it pop off? Oh, today. That's right. Today. That's the way that, again, other courts should have gone. They should have gone in, gave us an order, and not screwed around, not let this stuff just hang out
I
there
wasn't
forever.
expecting this until tomorrow.
That's
wasn't.
what I figured. I figured it'd be a weekend material.
I couldn't believe that it got signed so fast. And that does send a message. It sends a message that Judge Grebe is not playing.
That's good too. You kind of need to send a message to, again, it's about time somebody sent a freaking message to some of these people.
Oh yeah. And it's gonna get good from here on out. I have a good feeling that this case has now turned. It has now turned. We have reached a crescendo, a peak, and the case has now turned in the favor of Jeremy Hales. and it's going to get real good from here on out. That's how it feels to me. I feel a shift.
And this has the capacity to impact other cases too.
Which ones? You? Oh yeah, all of them. All of them.
I'm saying all of them. It has the ability to, go in and impact everything that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, some people were asking, could Larry use this information in his case? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The truth is the best defense against defamation.
Yep.
Everything Larry said he thought was going to happen is now happening.
Yep.
So you can't sue someone for saying, I think that this guy's going to, be in trouble. And I think that, he may flee. And I think that he may do all these things. And then he does them. And he's trying to sue him for saying, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah,
Truth
you're
going
to have a few problems pop up with this stuff. It's just amazing to see. It's amazing to see this turnabout, because it happened, and it happened very, very quickly. But what was funny is, while looking at all of this, you had, again, you've got 2L out there doing damage control, and of course, always doing damage control. But it was kind of amazing seeing the screenshots. I didn't see these come up live, by the way, but I saw, let me see. I think I watched, so you don't have to put them up as well. So give me a minute here. I'll pull these up here. There's just, there's so many freaking leg warmer posts.
I know. Oh God. I love the one that somebody sent me on Twitter. I don't remember if I showed it on stream or not. I think I did. I might have shown it last night. Did I show the one with the Ark of the Covenant and then my leg warmers across from it?
No, I saw that.
In the warehouse?
Yeah,
God, it's so good.
It was pretty funny. Actually, there's been a lot of really good ones here. Let's pull these freaking screenshots real quick. I think we're going to hit those real fast. These are so funny. So you can see, like, instead of just having the discussion by itself pulled out, also, she thinks, I can't remember who it was. I can't remember if she thanks somebody for that. I can't remember who posted them originally, but there was somebody else that also posted these. Whoever it is, again, apologies. I will probably pull up your post tomorrow to thank you and to single those out. But you can see through here, you'll see 2L in the mix. Like, no money has been awarded to Germ. Well, actually, there was a money awarded to Jeremy in a case already. You remember the certain protective order?
Right.
He was awarded money there. And in this case right here, it's going to happen. It's definitely coming. She's going to get hit in that court for sure. Again, Lynette, you're going to be the one who takes the brunt of all this stuff. They have set you up to fail, all of them. And she believes that. That's the craziest thing, too. She also, here, you can see the statement. Again, apologies if this is, we can load up a little bit, but not very much. But she says, if Bruce was supposed to be there, there would be something on the docket saying why he wasn't there.
Well, what? Wait a minute. First of all, the parties were all ordered to be there. All of them. They were ordered to be there in person. And very specifically, the judge said there would be no Zoom. So I don't know how they're getting this, that he wasn't ordered to be there. He was ordered to be there.
Yeah, he was supposed to be there 100%. She also said, Ohio's not over, too. Ohio attorney fees for contempt. That is what they're talking about money-wise. But Ohio case is not over. I wonder, how do you feel about that Ohio case and testifying now, 2L, after this person has sold you out? And God knows what they've said. All of that stuff is something that can be used, too. You realize all of those wonderful, fun things. They could potentially pop up and call you a criminal. I mean, again, it's very interesting. Here's a question to you, 2L. You keep talking about how you're going to pop up and you're going to do this and that. That person called you a criminal. They called you a criminal publicly, very, very publicly. They said that they wanted you in jail. So you're going to come in and be somebody that testifies for them. Wow, that's going to go well.
Oh God.
I mean, how do you think the cross is going to go on that? You know? Oh my God, that's what kills me. I mean, again, Beecham, are you kidding me? She sits around talking about how they're buddies and shit. I mean, that's not going to go well.
The cross would be glorious, but that's why I don't think that the sheriff would ever allow him to go testify at a thing like this.
You never know.
Because it would be glorious. I mean, everything Jeremy wants to know would come out about who told you not to enforce the protective order. How many times have you met with my stalker to trump up a charge against me?
Why does she think that you all are friends and conspirators?
Yeah. How many times have you spoken to Lynette Preston about trumping up criminal charges on Jeremy Hales? There are so many questions that need to be answered that if he shows up on the oh God, it would be fabulous. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
fabulous.
what I'm saying. Like many of these people, I mean, they if they don't show up, then she's screwed. But if they do show up, well, she's kind of screwed. So either way, it will be a very entertaining little thing that happens there. So let's see. She also said, with Bruce here, he would be there, one or the other. He wouldn't just not show. Oh my God.
Well, but he just didn't show in Pensacola. Well, it's actually in his nature to not show when he's in trouble.
And somebody was like, and Michelle didn't show for what reason?
Yeah. What? Oh, well, because the bankruptcy, I guess. But again, that's not a legitimate excuse because they weren't hearing anything that would affect that.
Look, they're warning each other about potential moles too. It sounds like.
Hey, I got news for him. There are more.
Yes, that is the problem. They keep
and
saying
you'll never know who they are until it's too late.
I mean, again, when Lynette Preston is a mole, like it's how much bigger can you get? Yes, she doesn't like Lisa. We all knew that. All right. She's trying to put her in jail though. That's really crazy. She's contacting probation officers of a certain person out there. I mean, they don't think that's bad. They're like, this is not real. Oh yeah. Why don't you ask her about it? Why don't you ask her how far she's gone? Oh, of course. Of course she's going to deny things. I guess after the denials there, I think I've adequately proven that she decided to speak there. Now they can play and they can deny all they want, but if that ain't proof, I don't know what is. Honestly, I have no idea what is, and again,
I can't wait to hear what they have to say about the recordings. Are they going to say they're fake? They're AI
they're all
or
fake. Oh my God, they're the fakest of the fake. I mean, we got Tina again, whom is threatened by Lynette, who also was at the court. And stuff. And again, Lynette can tell you straight up, she knows who that person is. She's messaging and stuff. We have messages to her wanting to set up some kind of covert meeting. And after that, I guess I don't take kindly to being threatened by people. I don't. And I ate it for a while. I ate it for a long while. The real thing that annoyed me, and not just me, I annoyed Megan as well, knowing what we know is going on. They're still talking about how they're going to try to use that kid, the same one that they use against, they even use it with 2L, they use it with everybody, but they're going to try to use them as a lawsuit. No, not going to work for me. I'm not helping you get money to try to waste my time in court. That's not going to happen for me. And I don't take kindly to people trying to attack me when you're talking to me behind the scenes, and yet you're encouraging people to sue me for cyber harassment while you yourself, you can't have it both ways, So no, thank you. But let's see. Michelle, this is her excuse. Michelle didn't show because she sends stuff via regular mail. So she has a delay in response from the get-go. Yeah, no. Michelle said she wasn't coming. So she said her attorney said, we already heard about that. So they're just deflecting, We absolutely. So let's see. Oh, they send it that way and hope she misses a deadline.
No, but everybody knows she's going to miss deadlines because she won't hire a lawyer, a real one. And we've told her oh my God, I get so mad. I give these people good advice. The advice we've given her from the beginning is to get a lawyer, a real one who doesn't sit online and try and get famous on your story by, YouTubing for 5 hours a day about it. Real lawyers don't do that. They do not do. The lawyers that Bruce sees on YouTube, the law tubers, they are not discussing their own cases. Larry Foreman's the only one I know who discusses his own cases, but he does it after they resolve. And he plays footage from old cases of his. Cases, not while they're going on, but after they're resolved.
Yeah. I mean, that's a crazy thing. Like with Lynette, like Lynette has a legit complaint about you sitting around all the time talking about her case and potentially digging a hole for it. I mean, again, she's going to turn on you. She already turned on you that way, but she's going to turn on you a different way. She's going to eventually turn on you and talk about suing you and putting you in jail, just like everyone else. She's definitely going to do that. Now, what do I think about her having a legit case? Well, we won't get into that. But
yeah, but the point is, we've given her good advice. We've told her to get a real lawyer, and instead she keeps hooking up with these shysters who are hurting her case, going to end up with felonies on their records, probably lose licenses. One of them's dead. The other one, it's just crazy. It's crazy. If she had just done what she was supposed to do and stuck with Silverman or just got a normal lawyer, a normal, boring lawyer. Guys, when you need a lawyer, find one who's boring.
Right.
The more boring they are, the better lawyer they are. For real. You don't want an exciting lawyer because they'll cause you all no end of problems. And it's just, she never takes good advice. And even though I can't stand her, it hurts me inside to see someone make the decision she's made. And she's just digging herself, like you said, into this hole further and further. It's just awful.
Well, it's very entertaining. That's one part of it for sure. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to end here, actually. I think we've covered a lot of ground tonight.
Yeah, we have.
There's more.
Laura says Larry is not boring. That's true. He's not, but he is boring when he's trying
with
a case.
Cases. Yeah, he's boring as in he's not causing drama for his clients.
You notice right now he is not reporting on these developments, and he's involved. He's not making videos about it. Because he's in current litigation, and you will not see him making videos about any current litigation he's involved in because he's being a normal lawyer. Lawyers don't do that. Lawyers will sometimes give short statements to the press when it's a high profile case and they're being asked. They will give a sentence or two, right? Maybe a paragraph. But they will not do 5 hours of live streaming and constant content about a current litigation. They just don't. It's wrong.
All right, I'm going to hit these here. Are you staying or are you out here?
No, I'm going to go fight with paint chips some more.
All right, go fight some. Let me. I want to know about that other thing too in a little bit.
Okay, if I see anything, there was a super chat that just came in that I did want to read while I'm here, and it was just here. Hold on, I can grab it. Where did it go? So, here. Keith Peavyhouse, thanks for the 5, says, I'm using a super chat to tell Tug I won't send super chats until he sends Megan her leg warmers.
Man.
Keith, I'm not sure that the message got across quite right.
Yeah. You'll need to send a couple more super chats because I don't really know if I understand that message.
And your short, by the way, with the tarantula.
I thought that was awesome, by the way.
It was
Yes,
really funny.
if people miss that, I did post that on Facebook first.
It's really funny. You should post it to YouTube as a short too. It'd be
Yeah, I
funny.
thought about it. I thought that
You
was
should.
funny. Here, check this out, folks. This is what I'm talking about. Hey, we're boxing up Megan Fox's leg warmers. Here, this is yarn to make her own, and no box would be complete without.
Oh,
I love
you're
it.
so bad.
That was
And now I'm going to be terrified to open anything you send me because I have a feeling that you've bought some kind of like fake rubber spider that's just going to freak me out.
I'm gonna have to keep making stuff like that. Those are really funny.
They are really funny. I agree. I laughed. All right, bye.
Bye. Yes, folks. And again, I know you're like, man, maybe you should send those over. But like I said, you saw the security footage. Here it is again. I mean, man, right off the bench, somebody just took those leg warmers right from the bench. What am I supposed to do about that? I don't. I have no idea. Such a it's too much fun. Okay, let's go. Max Lab, what's up, man? Thank you for the super chat there. Appreciate you, my friend, by the way. Thank you. Sister Sal, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Sister Sal. That is awesome, too. I love watching those fall in. There were people thinking, like, hey, by the way, thank you, whoever sent those. So you can see the love for them, too. So thank you. Appreciate it. Much love there. PD, what's up? Thanks for the 5 there. If this ever gets turned into a documentary, the director should be someone like Mel Brooks. That would be amazing. I would watch that in a heartbeat. I think that would be funny. Frosty, what's up? Thanks for the 40 months. 40 months. That's amazing. Thank you for that, by the way. Appreciate it. 40 months, long time. Love it. Carol, thanks for the 10 months there. Hey, Tug and Megan, thank you for keeping me sane and laughing with the loss of both parents, man, over the last 6 months. Well, I hope you are doing okay. I realize in saying that, I understand too. I've lost people that are close to me. I know how that can, it's something, even if you think you're prepared, like, yeah, no, not really. So, love to you. I hope you've had fun laughing. It's stupid there. It does help. It helps a lot, no matter what we have going on. And love to both and the community. We'll love to you too. Keep you in prayers and appreciate you. Fallen Hero, thank you for the gifted membership there. Thank you, Fallen Hero. I appreciate that as well. It's good to see you too, as always, too, my friend. Yeety, what's up, Yeety McYeedison? Thanks for the 2. Paint Chips posted the revenge prawn again today, of course. Of course he did. There's and these just awful people. They are. They think that until something, it's just like anything else. Until something eventually happens, until that bill finally comes due, they'll do whatever, because they feel like there will never be a consequence. Even though they've spent 4 years of their life paying consequences, they still, I don't know, they have a love for it, I guess. I don't know. Cajun Bayouquay, thanks for the 2. Loving these bombshells. I know they're fun, aren't they? They are fun indeed. Like I said, it's funny. I'll see people say, well, for real. I saw somebody say, this stuff hasn't been bombshell. Well, what is a bombshell then? What exactly would you consider a bombshell? What has to happen? I mean, having the mole turn out one of many, but LP selling out, bro. You just got to hear that. That's wild. Also Shara being vindicated out of that kind of stuff. On top of that, finding out that LP has been speaking to someone before they turned on them, that 2 months of telling everything in its mother, to the point that when she blamed her for me going live. That's wild too. I mean, again, look at all this. Like, it's crazy. It's craziness. Then you have the Bruce stuff go on. Oh man, so much fun. I think, what that tells me in a case, I think people get spoiled because most cases you don't have this kind of movement. You'll have a thing pop up here and there, but man, you don't have seismic tremors in cases. You don't have lawyers actually getting in trouble because they've been writing behind things. You don't have felons joining in. You don't have a person turning on the whole group that was supposed to be created for them. Remember, the whole ecosystem was supposedly about them. That was the original concept design that was sold to people. So what is it? Who's you down under? Thanks for the 3 months then. Leg warmer nation. That's right, man. You feeling warm today? Yeah. Are you feeling warm? All right. And thanks to the 5. Tell us more goodies. Oh, yeah, indeed. There's a bunch of it out there. Man, I tell you, next week, interview. Tina. Be there. You'll enjoy it. You will enjoy it. The congressman, some of the stuff I know. Good. I really, like I said, you never tell them everything. But imagine 2 months of open access. And when they're thinking, oh, well, we locked her out because, we didn't want her to know that much. Well, you didn't lock John Cook out. John Cook's got a big mouth, too. John Cook's got a big mouth when people are on the phone. Like, people will hear him. They do stuff. Well, like I said, certain conversations got overheard because people were on the phone with other folks. Whoops. All kinds of fun stuff. All kinds of fun stuff. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Props to Tina again, like the like the Christmas story, right? She gets to be the ghost of future consequences. Fun times. Rachel, pop that freaking super sticker. I love them. I love them. I love it. Thank you there. Thank you for the super sticker. I love it. Like I said, at least one so I can show. The kids love them. Snoozy. Thanks for the snoozy cue. I like it. Thanks for the 9 months. 9 months of the best live streams. Mug forever. I know. It's awesome. I've been having a lot of fun with it too. Tree God. Thanks too. I left that group. John's very wrong. Yeah, I will pop into groups here and there, apparently I ended up with a wrench in one. I don't even know how that happened, but, I don't know if I accepted one night when Lips was going insane. I'm not sure, but most groups, the groups I go into, I'm not in these places to spend my day arguing online. I pick up the microphone and I do my talking. And if people like to do that, that's your prerogative if you want to. But I really like the groups that they post. Now, some people, again, there's a difference between arguing and some people put up very valid points, but some people just sit around. I have a rule in my life that keeps me from wasting my entire day arguing with someone that ultimately it doesn't add anything to me. I will exchange 3 times with somebody. 3 exchanges. You notice if you look, you don't find me having a lot of exchanges like that. Now, if I'm going to monetize them, I'm going to pull them up. We can talk about them all day long, but I'm not going to waste my day, But there are good groups out there, good folks that, again, they show you documentation. They show you items that are in there. And if you want to have opinions, that's awesome. That's cool. But, there's a big difference in wasting your day, like I said, getting down in the dirt, arguing with people. Spirit Walker, thanks for the 2 there. For the not to the bench. That's right. The bench that never was. I love it. Thank you. Is you down with it? Thanks for the 5. Postage money to send Megan her leg warmers. Free the leg warmers. Leg warmer nation. Gang, gang. They're hard to send, I told you. It's crazy. Whoever stole that song, I don't know. Whoever stole that memorial, they stole the leg warmers. I'm telling you. It's a tragedy. It is. Then it's a terrible tragedy. First, some vicious monster They steal a no trespassing sign and a 2x4. Then they go after the leg warmers. Oh, it's terrible. Monsters. DR the most. Thanks for the 2 there. Megan needs her leg warmers thing. She does, doesn't she? Well, you know, she wants to know that other people are warm too. So she's happy that I'm warm. Spirit Walker, thanks for the gifted membership. I'll never get tired of this. This is so funny. Spirit Walker, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you, Spirit Walker. That is awesome of you. And again, thank you all in the Christmas spirit giving. You know, Suzanne, thank you for the gifted membership too. Thank you for that as well. The only time I some people don't get that we joke around and goof off with each other, that we're friends, and that always mystifies me. You know, it's like, how do you not catch that? You know, you've got to pick at your friends, man. You got to have fun like that. But David, thanks for the 14 months. Tug is new and reigning content Santa. Man, it has been an interesting one, hasn't it? Like I said, I never had any want to mention this stuff publicly. I was down. Like I said, I was down with seeing what happened, doing whatever. But my problem became, again, these people think that they can wholesale threaten. It blows my mind. Again, this stuff happened in October. So it's not like it happened today. You know, we're like, oh, I got to tell you. It's something that, again, was sitting around for a hot minute. See, that's the other thing. When 2L's like, oh, that stuff is pub. Where do you think some of that came from? Where do you think when I talked about certain things, where do you think I got it? I got it from the person that just said wouldn't talk. Man, by the way, Marla, I feel like you owe me 10 grand. You big mouth fool. Michelle would never speak to these. Okay. Rob, though, thanks for the 10. If you don't think Jeremy cares about the child, just look at his face while they were talking about the conditions and the abuse the child lives in. His expression almost had me cry. It's a terrible situation. It is. There's others. Oh, man. We'll have some conversations about other stuff with that. Sue, thanks for the 2 there. Boom. That's right. Boom, indeed. I love it. Thank you. Travis, thanks for 2. Glad you're on to 9. Oh, got to see my 15-year-old son today. Was that great? Did it go well? Everything go good for you? I'm glad for you, man. You know, it's always good in our lives to be able to sit down, to see loved ones. Sometimes those things can be painful too, though. So I'm curious, Travis, how'd that go? Love to you too, brother. What's up, Jack's mom? Thank you for that gift-o too. Thank you, Jack's mom, as always. Much appreciated. McDeath, thanks for the 5. She doesn't know, because that's the difference between an amateur scam artist and a pro scam artist. There you go, right? Between the amateur and the pro. Well, you know what was amazing is you have people that very much are pros, though. And yet, look at what happens with it. It's crazy. Tracy, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for that, Tracy, by the way. Much appreciate that. That's awesome too, Tracy. Appreciate you too. You were around so much as well. Thank you. William, thanks for the 5 there. I wonder if only me is starting to rethink his choices. Yeah, I think so. I do. He has a hate on for Hales, you know, and that doesn't, I'm not saying you have to like Hales to understand. See, 2 things can simultaneously exist. You cannot like a person and still know that the people that don't like them, the enemy of my enemy, they aren't your friend, really. They may be in certain situations, but in these people, he had no reason to be part of anything. And he did the one thing that could actually, you know, swing something. He stepped in and he put in a lot of money. So now I don't get the feeling that his money is around anymore. Not for a lot of these people, you know, a lot of them that were calling, you know, it's amazing too. Right now, 2L's calling another person an angel, right? They keep saying that this person that has been matching donations is an angel. You know, I went back and that is the same language. There's clips of another person being called an angel too. And then when they ask questions, they got treated like absolute trash. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you. You know, hopefully they don't, because they dox donors. They dox them. And that's rough stuff. SR. Let's see. Is that it looks like Sir Kettle to me. I thought skeletal is what it's, but when I read it, I was like skeletal. No, it's Sir Kettle. That's what my brain said. Said a skeletal. Oh my God. One of those days. I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be anymore. My brain. I'd love to you too. If I butcher your name at least once, you are definitely here. Oh, love it. Lurker text, binge bucks, or breadsticks. Oh, it can be all of the above. Thank you for that. Appreciate you there. Much appreciated. Tizzy, thanks for the 2. You can't make this stuff up. I know. Isn't it amazing, Tizzy? Isn't it amazing? Like I said, the other stuff, again, there's more. Some of it's useful for litigation purposes, of course. Other things, like I said, I want them to worry. I want them to wonder what we have. And we'll bring up things from time to time, but I always want them to wonder what all we have. Because, you know, and again, that could be like, oh, that would be everything. No, man, like I said, I sat on that since October. So, you know, you can have something again in the Deb case. I sit on the talking to Waldman to find out stuff and talking. I never told all my sources ever. The only source I ever talked about was the source that was identified by themselves in court. And God, it would blow your mind. Some of the people that spoke from companies and more blow your mind. But it's the same way within this stuff. It blow your mind, some of the people who would speak. Like, again, who would have thought LP would be speaking on it? McDeb, thanks for the people that are criminal element doesn't look at each other that are criminals and bad people. They just like them and see them just normal people, not bad elements or criminal. Well, yeah, I mean, they're the mirror reflection of themselves, you know, a lot of times. Or they think they can one-up them. They think they're idiots. They think everyone's an idiot until they get played. The thing is, too, a person, I do agree to an extent that a criminal background by itself does not make you a bad person. You know, maybe you were a bad person at one time. You can change. People can change. But I'm not seeing a lot of that from some of these folks. You know, when I look at them and I look at what they do and who they are, they just, many of them to me look like they've just embraced that awfulness, you know. Because like I said, I've met people that are nice, that have changed, and you can see it on them. You know, there's a big difference there. Stein, thanks for the 50 there. 50, baby. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. That avatar all the time, too. It's crazy. Cracks me up. Happy holidays to the Tug family. Thanks for the early Christmas gifts. Well, you are welcome. And thank you, too. You are appreciated there as well. SF, thanks for the 10. 10K for the barn work. Really isn't that bad. That's what I thought. My dad wanted to put a 12 by 12 deck. There's a foot off the ground. Have some back door step. You know, like 30K for a crew of 4 guys. Yeah, it's crazy what stuff costs. That's what I thought. For, you know, all of that framework and everything, getting it in there. And again, you know, having somebody like the whole accusation about them trying to keep it in house is really what is worrisome to me, because that is what a scammer would do. You know, they tell you, oh, we got this stuff, but they want to keep it all really close to their vest, you know. And yet, Patrick, thank you for the 5 there. She represented herself in court. She's per se. If she contracts her own building, is she per-sol? Instead of pro se, she's pro-sol, pro-nail, or pair-nail, pair-hammer. I like it. Yep, that would be it. Love it. Angela Quinn, thanks for the 2. I just went to shop on my new mobility scooter. How did that go? That sounds awesome. Brand new. That does. It sounds actually kind of awesome. Getting you new wheels, being able to kick it out there. I like those. My aunt got I remember when she had this rickety old thing, and it was ran down, and we finally got insurance to help her with it. And my God, that was a while back before, if I'd had the finances then, I just bought her one myself, but couldn't back then. But man, when we were able to get her a new one, oh my God, it was beautiful. So love to you for that. Give me a second here. Put my headphones back on. Shelby would talk. Thanks for the 5 months there. Appreciate it. The sound video. Jeremy's truck is so loud. Yeah, you can't hear it. That's what I mean.
Are you frozen?
Huh? What?
Why can't I hear Tug?
What? I can hear you.
Where did Tug go? Is he here?
Nope.
Or did he have a power outage?
Nope, I'm not here.
Where were you?
I'm not here.
That was so weird.
I'm not here. I'm not around.
Wait, what's happening?
I don't know. What is happening, Megan? You've raided. Are you invisible?
Well, I just popped in here because something hilarious just happened.
What's
and
that?
Can
you hear me?
Share...
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
I wanted to
you were
share
saying
this
that.
with
I
you.
was like, you're just screwing with me. I'm not gonna
No, you were. I couldn't hear you at all. It was weird. I don't know. Look at this. Look at this. Dick says, "You're despicable. You couldn't litigate your way out of a paper bag." And I said, "You can't either because you got disbarred." And then several minutes went by and no response. So I put the cricket up. He still hasn't responded.
That is a pretty freaking hardcore own right that,
I mean, I'm not even a lawyer, but you got disbarred.
Right.
Oh, I just had to
you know
share
what?
that, 'cause that
You may not
made
be
me
able to litigate yourself out of a paper bag, but you know what? You probably can't litigate yourself into a prison. Oh my God. That's so funny. Have you been having a fun exchange? Hey, can you hold this for 1 second?
Sure. Yeah, no, I'm having the time of my life. I'll show the chat some more while you're gone. Oh God, this is so funny. By the way, this guy is such a jerk. Paint chips too, but John Grems or whatever his name is. What a jerk. It's despicable. This guy admits that he knows that the post was almost over the line, according to him. Oh, almost over the line? Like, it's such an understatement. It's just crazy. Like, so you knew that you were running up against a line, but you decided to go over it anyway. You just decide. I hate people like this. I really hate people like this. Why can I? What are you talking about? I can't hear who. No, I couldn't hear Tug before, but he's on mute now. And I can tell he's on mute because his thing isn't moving. If his circle is moving, then he's talking.
All right.
See, he's back now. He's talking.
Yeah,
the chat's trying to screw with me while you were gone.
Yeah, telling you.
You can't hear him. I'm like, no, he's not talking. I would
hilarious.
See the circle.
I always mute out when I leave,
right.
And then you can hear me come back because any sound will pop up. That's, you hear any background or anything else because I mute my microphone. But the paint chip stuff is funny. I still, that argument, I was thinking about it while I was reading super chats, that whole, you don't have there's no expectation of privacy when you're a public figure. I thought, how does that have anything to do with the revenge porn? I don't
It's really
understand how the two
disgusting.
meet
It's
together.
truly disgusting. And even if, let's say for the sake of argument, that it wouldn't meet the definition of revenge porn, it certainly meets the definition of schmexually harassing.
Right.
And in Florida, it's harassing. It's like cyber stalking. It's just, and clearly in the law, it is. And I could go after anybody civilly for putting it up. Maybe I couldn't get the police to go after them criminally. Well, who cares? I'll still drag your ass to court because it's defamatory and it's harassing and I don't consent to it. And I've already told you, I've already warned everybody. Do not repost that. Do not put my face on that kind of stuff.
Well, the author of it, absolutely, by the way, has been banned for it and everything else. Like, what exactly has to happen to prove to people that, hey, there's a little problem here? Maybe you don't want that. Maybe you don't want that heat. You know, when again, like that's channel loss areas. You know.
Well,
It's
clearly
funny.
I need to turn up the heat.
Well, it's funny too.
And then
like,
people will not want it anymore.
what fucking expectation of privacy do these people think that we've ever gotten anyway? What privacy? Like these weirdos over here, they aim at our kids, they aim at our families, they dark their homes. At what level? I mean, at what level do you have a problem with that? Do you think that that's reasonable? Do you think you compare that to calling somebody fucking fat? Are you kidding me? See, that's what always kills me too. In the aftermath, after people act like this, after people do this shit, you say something, you know, anything, you know, you call somebody a fat ass or a piece of shit because you definitely don't respect them. And then, you know, you have these people screaming through the bleachers being like, oh my God, that totally made everything okay. No, it doesn't. In fact, I am allowed to react to people fucking with me, and I react very loudly to it sometimes, you know.
Yeah, agreed. And also, I'm starting to get to the point where I told this idiot, I said, you know, you're trying to explain yourself, but you've never offered an apology, right? You haven't even offered an apology for this terrible thing that you did. So then he offers an apology. This is great. This is funny. And I decide I don't forgive you. He says, I will apologize for the pain it caused you. I never want to hurt anyone. I wanted a free and open forum for everyone to exchange their ideas. I knew it was on the edge, but didn't think I went over it. I never wanted to cause any harm, but let those I disagreed with a place where we can openly and civilly debate. My response was, you want civil debate? But you post harassing videos of me and Jeremy Hales, you're a goddamn liar. I don't believe you. If you've been following this case the way you say you have, then you know damn well I considered that post to be sexually harassing revenge porn, and you shared it anyway. We clearly laid out that law.
How in any way does that fit the word civil?
Yeah, it's not civil, right? What do you mean civil debate? And we laid out the law on this months ago. The same law you found in Florida. We went over it months ago. This video was taken down off YouTube for being harassing. Vomit and Luthman lost their channels over it. Lips lost her channel over it. Lips lost her Facebook page over it. And you thought it's not over the line. Yeah, bullshit. You're malicious. You're involved in this group of weirdos who want to maliciously harass him and anyone who agrees with him. And I see you, and I don't accept your apology because it makes no sense. You knew what you were doing. You were told not to do it, and you did it anyway. Further, you claim 4 out of 5 of you agreed to do it, which tells me you're working with 3 other malicious assholes, and you have no business running a public page with that lack of common sense and decency.
Well, they said that part of their admins there are anti-Hales people. So they're totally, of course, you know, it's amazing. It just it blows my mind. That's why ultimately I don't have any dealings with these people who they claim they're binge writers, but they're not, you know, they're absolutely not. You get a feel for all kinds of weirdos out there.
Yeah, they're totally not sitting on the fence. And this is my favorite part. I said, you allow a felon to cozy up to you and stroke your ego. You pretend to be neutral, but we all know you're anti-Hales. You're despicable. You're a repulsive liar. Everyone here should know where you stand. Stop lying. At least I have the courage to stand behind what I believe about the evidence I've found in this story. You're just a loser with a Facebook page who lets himself be controlled by fucking weirdos with disturbing criminal pasts. Maybe you have a criminal past too. Do you have a criminal past, John? I heard some terrible things about what you did to your ex-wife. Are you a criminal, John?
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's the kicker there. Like these people, see, they don't have a problem with them. Like I said, these fucking weirdos sat on a stream the other night and read off like obviously fake shit about myself. Obviously, like I said, already been shot down many times, but they're okay with that. They're okay with it. Now, they probably wouldn't enjoy you asking them about a hypothetical that you may or may not have heard. For me, I try to research every claim like that because I know that those are bullets to the reputation, as it were. So, but these people, they don't care. They absolutely don't care. They allow
by the
it.
way,
Hell,
chat,
that piece of shit right there actually has no stay. I've seen their group and what they consider quote unquote civil.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I've
He's
seen it.
he's a
I've seen
sicko.
it. Yeah.
He's a sicko. And by the way, chat, yes, we know that Paint Chips is on with Fleesa. And yes, he is banned from YouTube. And yes, she's putting her channel at risk by allowing him to be ban evading while he's on her channel. She continues to do it, and maybe she'll pay the price for it. If YouTube figures it out, they will delete her channel for it.
They will. It happens.
we've warned them about that, but let them keep doing it. And I don't care what Paint Chips is saying. He's a lost cause. But I'm telling you right now, I will stop anyone who thinks they're going to join him in this. That's not going to happen. There will be no more Paint Chips. There will be no more Volmits. I'm going to make an example out of the two of them. And no one will want to go down that road.
Noting Paint Chips still has a channel. No, he's ban evading the channels. You can keep making channels. That doesn't mean you're not banned. He got once you're banned with one channel, you're banned with all channels. Like Volpe, when he got nailed, he's out. He's out forever, And once you are, you can't live stream with people or anything else. It's part of banning. So does he have a channel out there? Sure, he's got a few of them, but they're ban evasion. And eventually, like I said, this again, they use AI prompts. They also they hire people that are, God, I think they've probably done away with all of their US facilities by now. So after a while, yeah, it takes a minute, but they do catch up. And if they catch you, they will string every channel they have down. Freaking Twitter is filled with people complaining about bans, unfair ban. And one of the things, and some of those bans definitely are garbage bans, by the way, but you'll notice something. Like if somebody gets hit, it takes down every channel with it. Again, people can create they can create fake runaround ones, but they're just they're there to harass. They're not there to they can't monetize anymore. They can't build up to that level before they get banned. So anyway, what are you laughing about?
That lowlife just admitted that he was convicted of assault. I was right. And he says, well, I changed my life. That was years ago. I said, you haven't changed. You still abuse women. I'm one of them.
Oh,
fuck you. Fuck you. Anybody who can do that is still an abuser of women. If you can look at a video like that and then republish it after because this guy has been following this case and that it not only upset me, but it made me go to the police. It made me go to the FBI. I had to get lawyers involved. I had to do all that stuff. And then you can go ahead and republish that. You're a piece of shit. You're an abuser. You are abusing women. So once an abuser of women, always an abuser of women. You haven't changed at all. John D. Grimes Jr., you didn't change at all. You just changed the way you abuse people. Maybe you're not using your fists anymore, but you're using Facebook. Screw you. I'm done. I have no more forgiveness left. There will be none. No quarter, nothing. No mercy. I am done. The only thing I ever do is try and help people. And I respond to people who reach out to me for help. I have put so much on the line to help people when they have their problems and bring stories to light about horrific things I would rather not talk about. I would rather not even investigate. So for this to be the kind of response that I get for reporting a story that's important to me, I have nothing left for these people. I have zero fucks to give.
Well, remember, that's supposed to be the neutral party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Lord, man. like I said, I cover what I cover. I know I look into. I think I've spent more time looking into things than you think. Let's put it this way: if this were many of these people who self-proclaim binge writing, if they had protective orders, they had people out there feeding everything they do to a third party. They're talking about wanting to hit people, saying that they're doing all this instead. They would have a real problem with it. They would, but they don't have a problem as long as it's happening to somebody else,
Well, exactly. I would love to know how he would feel if this was happening to his daughter, his wife, whatever. I'm so tired of this, so tired of it. And I'm just not going to be nice anymore. I'm too nice. I really am. I am. I'm too nice. And today, actually, it really hit me, and this is going to make you laugh. When I was on with Ricada today, and we were rewatching that birthday stream when Uncivil Law was abusing me to my face. And I was still, as this guy is abusing me to my face, I was still couching my words softly as to not hurt his feelings. And because I was doing that, what I was saying wasn't making sense. And then he took those words and he used it to make a video to go after me again and say, I was saying, I'm not giving you advice, but here's what I'm saying about, and then I'm giving you advice. What I wanted to say that I didn't say to him was I would never give that advice to you to try and pick up women in public, because you could never do that. I would never get, and that's what I wanted to say, but I stopped myself. And because I stopped myself, what I said didn't make sense. And looking back on it now, it's like, oh my God, I was protecting that asshole in a moment when he was abusing me in public and to my face. Sick. There's something wrong with that. And I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing it. If you are a person who is going to abuse me, publicly or privately, you're going to hear about it. You're going to hear about, I'm going to tell you from now on, I am too old. I have lived too long. I have seen too much. I am too old to put up with this shit anymore. And I don't know if it's a female thing or what, that I'm concerned about the way other people feel, even when they're abusing me. Sick. It's really a sickness. And like, I was watching it back on the Ricada stream. I'm watching it going, oh my God, I know exactly what I was doing.
Well, people also, it takes a while to realize the forum that we're in as well. When people are online, they don't treat people like they're in real life, and they will do awful things to you. In real life, people don't act like that because, well, when you're in the proximity of other people, it changes the rules a bit. But online, people do all kinds of stuff, But it doesn't make. I don't have any time for people that because again, that we're talking about a nest of criminal fucking people that are they've been put away for we're not talking about like small crimes here or anything. We are talking about next level extortion, next level fraud. We have multiple people that have been involved in defrauding others. That alone should raise a giant red flag. It should. There should be all types of red flags about money. Anybody that buys into this bullshit about the 3 project bullshit, by the way, you absolutely know that's wrong. You know that's fraud. That's the kind of stuff people go to prison for, by the way. And it eventually catches up. And you're talking about it happening with other folks, like all this stuff. If they put themselves in the shoes of it, neutral party my ass. It's just, they don't have the stones. They don't have the stones to look at something and actually say, okay. That's one of the differences. Like when I pick up a mic, I am not going to pretend that I don't have an opinion on something, I'm not going to try to, I don't know what the point is in placating a lot of these folks either. Who gives a shit anyway what these random folks think, They're not people that will ever have an impact on my life. I'll never let some of them have an impact on my life. So, it's a lesson you learn. It makes you hard. The internet makes you a freaking stone man.
Well,
It
I've got
does.
tough skin. I really do. You have to be online. But I mean,
Mhm.
this situation has pointed out some,
Yeah, you
to
see,
me,
you're like,
some
you
weak
know, it's
spots I don't
not.
like.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really like I said, you are a nice person. That is something that some people misuse, and they misuse it terribly to some point. You know, they'll misuse it. They don't just take people for granted. I mean, they will actively misuse it, and they think that, you know, some people think that means that you're a stepping stone. You know, like in that situation for that dude to repost that means he thought you would tolerate it.
Exactly. And that's the thing that I want to make clear. I will not tolerate it. I will not tolerate this shit anymore. I will not tolerate being abused. I won't. And I've done it for too long. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to let some random piece of shit abuse me in public like this. I'm just not. I'm done. I'm over it.
Well, I think I can make the point very clear, like to people. They want to think like many of us are bad guys and stuff. You know, if I were a bad guy, I have 370,000 people that are attached to me. I'm a very tolerant person to a lot of things. I don't go after channels for talking about anything like that. You know, I tolerate quite a bit, but there is a level. There is absolutely a level. There are doxers out there. They're pieces of shit. I told people too, if they wanted my attention, you keep bringing up family. You know, like I don't know. I'll get down into the dirt with you sometimes, you know, but it's amazing too. Like these people, they absolutely are okay with wrecking another person's reputation and more as well. But they wouldn't want that turned on theirs. You know, and it very easily, people could take a wrecking ball to them. They would definitely have a problem with that. But they don't have a problem. Like, again, these pieces of shit went after somebody. They watched this happen. They went after multiple advertisers, multiple ones, tried to go into other platforms, pretend to be buyers on platforms, pull them out, cause problems where that does damage. It does real damage to somebody. And there are a lot of, it's not just him in a business. There are many people that are depending on that, you know. And does he react? Yeah. What is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to sit in the corner and cry? Would that make him more sympathetic? Because then they would just laugh at him, you know.
Right.
You're supposed to ignore it and just continue business as usual as people pick off your advertisers, as they stalk you in real life.
Yeah, you can't win. You know, if you don't fight, they keep going and they hurt you. And if you do fight, well, then, oh, you're not really scared and you're, you know, or he's doing it for content, you know,
Dude,
he can't win.
Pulled out a pew-pew on him, man. I mean, at what level do you have a problem? The guy pulled out. They make up these crazy fucking stories about conspiracies and stuff. Let's be real about this, okay? There was a woman, there was a man, a woman, and a child in a vehicle, and we had a guy lie to law enforcement repeatedly about pulling out the pew-pew. I'm gonna go with. I hate saying that in a serious conversation, but still, he pulls this out. He lies about it over and over again. We finally get to the point that the thing exists. Lynette Preston sold him out. The person who told you that he is a liar, that he was so horrible to his ex that it drove her to her end. She ended herself, and they keep the ashes in the garage. But they lied about that situation. They were okay with it. And people make up excuses for this shit. At what point is any of it a problem? At what point? Like, there are people out there you cannot reach. They just don't give a shit. They pretend that this is some kind of a fucking debate. It isn't a fucking debate. It's people's lives, man. And one day, people like that, their middle line bullshit approach, what it'll do is it'll end up getting somebody hurt. I said on the mic
for sure.
all the time.
Oh, for sure. What we are really talking about, and I tried to boil it down on Ricada today because I had to condense a 2-year story into like 20 minutes. It was difficult, and I don't think I did a great job.
With this one.
Yeah, I don't think I did a great job, but I tried to boil it down to the very basics, which is this. A famous YouTuber, a very successful YouTuber, got stalked to his new property by literal stalkers who have done it to someone before, because Jamie got stalked. And they stalked him. And they inserted themselves into his life, and then they had the nerve to complain that a guy who vlogs for a living turned the camera on them. That's the crux of this story. Jeremy Hales and George have a stalker. They have stalkers who have now created an entire group of stalkers to continue the stalking even after getting a protective order against them. And it is scary. We have reached scary levels. And the fact that we can all laugh about it and we tell jokes about it maybe doesn't do the story the most justice sometimes, because people think, well, we're all having fun here. We are, because that's what we do. We're entertainers. But this story is disturbing on so many levels. Stalking is scary. It is scary. We have Lynette Preston admitting in writing that she stalked him, that she tried to insert herself into his life. She came there because he was there. She tried to get her grandson a job. She tried to insert herself, try to get him to give her stuff. And yeah, now it is elevated to gang stalking. That's right, Rebel Birds. Yes. Gang stalking is the right word. And for anyone, not just big YouTubers, but little YouTubers, anybody who wants to have a platform or talk about how what they think about a subject, there is a chilling effect when stuff like this happens, and law enforcement will not do anything about it. And that's why I've said from the beginning, this case is important, because it's going to affect every YouTuber. What happens to Jeremy Hales is going to affect all of us, and how the law sees us and what they do about when we are being attacked. And we've all had stalkers. I've had a stalker. I'm sure Tug's had a stalker.
I had the dude come by. You want to talk about crazy. All right. You know all those corrupt cop shows, that you see movies that are based on real life. Well, the most corrupt case that has ever popped off, the crash guys, that were out in what was it, California, all those guys. One of those was linked up with Richie Albertini. So Albertini, the crazy guy in the beginning. Yeah. Not only did I have him, which is just a nut job.
He is a nut job.
Prison. But we also had the guy, again, that was part of one of the biggest police corruption scandals ever. One of that group that the judges said that was a gang with badges. They went out, they not only dealt in drugs, but they offed people. They would do whatever they want.
Good Lord.
And yeah, because of the type of stuff, because we have opinions on subjects. I had an opinion on a celebrity case. Because of false accusations, you end up inheriting people like that. So yeah, I mean, we've dealt with we deal with crazy people, man. People have no idea. This is worse than with a politician or something. They deal with crazy shit, but at least the police give a fuck. But for
if you're an elected official and you have a stalker, at least they give you police protection. When you're a YouTuber, they don't care. They just let you get shot. So, that's why this is important. And don't for one second think that it's not serious because we laugh and tell jokes, because it is serious. And I've spent too much time, more time than I would like, having to talk to law enforcement and report the things that are happening to me and my family.
Indeed. It's well, and again, most people out there, you try to an appeal to people's humanity. I'm past that. Because I've noted before, and I've tried to make this very reasonable. Everyone has families out there. Everyone has people they care about. And if you look at it on that level, some of the things these people do, it's well beyond that. But that doesn't matter, boy. They want to fucking stalk and do it. Oh, that doesn't matter. That's something. Let's just ride the bench on. Okay. Well, like I said, if it were turned around on them, they'd have a real problem with it. They have a real problem with almost all of this stuff, and they would document the shit out of it. Again, they want to have a problem because the dude talks about it. Man, I'd be talking about it every single fucking day. Like you got to document it. You got to document it for your own sanity, first of all. It's hard to deal with that, but also that's one of the things I think keeps him safe,
Yep.
Otherwise,
agreed. Sorry, I didn't mean to come back in here and derail you.
Ranting is good sometimes. It feels good. All right. I'm gonna hit some more super chats. Go make fun of some people, make you feel better again.
All right.
you know. Ranting, baby. All right, let's continue though. All right, Shelby, thanks. Let's see. Oh yeah, this was the last one there for the sound video. Yeah, talking about the truck drive-by. Oh yeah, wasn't that something? Wasn't that something to see? You know, you can't hear it at all. Like I said, I went up to 16. That would be 16 times the sound. I had to go in for, what I mean by that is, let me show you. I wonder if you can see what I do here. I don't know if I can lock in on the controls of like a video for this. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. I'll show you. Because I went ahead and downloaded that video. You know, I pulled it out by itself because, again, I wanted to try to hear the words to it. And when you look at it, what's amazing in the original video, when you look at the section that's in, the sound there is almost unrecognizable. Like when you look at the clip itself. Now, I put it on I pull it out for my video. Let me let it load up, and then I'll see if you can see it as we go forward. It's loading real quick. If it robots me at all, give me a minute. But I mean, it's crazy because, you know, again, the sound. Well, let me see. So through this, all right, here is. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can show this to you. I don't know if it will show. All right. So this is that live stream, right? Now, this is the sound clip for it. Now, you see these tiny, this is when people are speaking. You see how that pops up there? This is that video. Now, when you break it down into individual, again, the sound, you can see the sound when people speak. You see these tiny little blips here? Those tiny little blips are car sounds mostly. So when they're saying they hear something, they want you to listen to a place that even when you bunch it up, you can barely see it. Like there's barely anything there. Now I increased that 16 times. Let's see. Can you see my, I wonder if you can see what I'm doing. No, you can't see it. Crap. So when you go in, you have options, you know, to amplify. So I went in, I clipped the part between, you know, what they're doing. I put in, I clipped these sections out. So I clipped from like here to here, you know, so I can see what I'm doing. I amplify that because if I amplify it, you know, 4 times and catch one of these sounds, it'll deafen all of us. But I went in, I pulled all of that up, and well, I'll show you. I've got to put it in a Dropbox or something so you can actually hear it. But it's terrible because you cannot hear anything. And they're trying to tell you what it says. Now, out of that, interestingly enough, there was a situation going on that day where there's a witness to what was happening. So, like I said, we'll talk about that when we pull up all of that clip. And you can see how absurd it is. But it also is it's proof of stalk. I mean, these people stalk everything this dude does. Drive down the road. They go through every single time that the man drives down the road. They nitpick every piece of footage, which one thing that's wild enough. But then they put it online, and dude has a protective order, which everybody out there should know is a problem. They're surveilling him, which is utter lunacy. It's craziness. Writer chick, Megan, she did end up checking her mail stuff too. Spicy and sassy, noted for her to check them too. Thank you. Writer chick, also thank you for 18 months. 18 months. I'm still dealing with medical crap, so I watch and I'm around, but I don't chat as much. Still love you and the girls. Merry Christmas. Well, I am glad you are here. I hope things are getting a bit better. And I understand, man, I've been dealing with this 12 months. It's like, you know, doctors, wow. Do they ever do anything? Well, not really. So I guess you. Thanks for the 10 there. Tuck, hasn't Megan suffered enough? She's pissed in need of those leg warmers. I don't know. I think I need those leg warmers to fight away all of the anger. Now hold them up to the screen so I don't get burned by that blazing sun. That's funny. Archie, thank you for the super sticker there. Thank you for the fun and the super sticker. Like I said, I very much appreciate this because I can clip them. I show them to the girls and they enjoy the heck out of them. So thank you. Emma, thanks for the 2 there. Send an email about your prince. Oh, thank you too. I appreciate that. Emma, by the way, that is so awesome. So it's been working on, I want to see it all together so we can get a good present, because it has been so much work. You know, I definitely want to show that off. I think we should this weekend, you know, for sure. Sassy, thanks for the 10. Hey, Tom, is it possible for us to get every one of the What the Hales team, volunteers, mods, any of the fans that want to be part of the Garbage Hales for you to email them to me for a surprise, that includes mug? I mean, anybody that wants to, sure. You know, did you send over details? I'll note it tomorrow. I will. I'll put up a notation that people can email you and, you know, put their stuff in. But yeah, for sure. Just make sure. And if you did email me, I'll check. I haven't looked right now. Sherry, thanks for the 5. What I heard is the contractor has Lisa's number. Well, they put her in touch with something. I don't know. Like I said, you know, they gave her some kind of contact. It was probably what she probably did is gave them what I do for people is I go on Google and I get a fake number. You know, have any of you ever used Google Voice? Because Google Voice, what you basically do, if I have to have a number and I don't want to give it to people, you know, like somebody that I don't know that well, I will give them this number that's randomly, it's there and you can get in touch with me. Sometimes it'll forward through, but it's definitely not my number and you're not going to get a hold of me and I can shut it down on a whim. So, you know, that's one way to do it too. That way, you know, the only contact you really have is whatever online. But you know, a lot of people will do that kind of stuff, especially scammers. You think they're going to give you a number. If you have to have it, for sure, they'll just generate you a number, but then they'll dump it, you know. And I'm not saying I would want like LP, I didn't give her I had somebody make contact and they made contact with a Google Voice number. That's exactly how I did it there. And that's no shot at like anyone like with Lynette or, you know, with Tina when she made the contact. I didn't know any of them, but I gave them a Google Voice number. That allows me to do it through my computer and everything else. But yeah, I mean, sometimes with her having a number, that doesn't definitely mean that she have her number. Because I very much, I mean, like I said, I very much doubt that she gave them their number. I very much doubt. Jada, thank you for the 20 there. With all the latest court happenings, could you do a quick status review this weekend where things stand with open cases? Appreciate you. Yeah, I need to hit up Melissa's got a document that really goes over everything that's happened with stuff, where it is. But yeah, remind me and we'll talk about that. Okay. I may forget. Okay. My memory has been very spotchy. If I say I'm going to do something and don't do it, it's because I forget. And some of it is the day, but some of it, like I said, with all the health stuff, my memory, especially with medication, it messes with it sometimes. It clouds out stuff. Sassy, thanks for the 2. Okay, so you did mail. All right. Yeah. I see what kind of idea you're thinking there. And yeah, I'll look it over and get an email. And yeah, I mean, if people want to do that, that'd be fun. Sure. Miss Meme-a-Lot, I like that. Thanks for the 2. What the Hales should be looking for a fallout shelter. I know things go crazy but they don't care. I mean, ultimately, some of them do. Some of them, they know things have definitely gone sideways for them. They absolutely know that. But at the same time, they try to pretend that everything's just fun. Everything's gravy, baby, somehow. You know? 1 second. Let's see. Emma, thanks for the 2. Everything happening to her is entirely her fault. That is true, too. You know? Yes, they like to play victim. And yet, it is when it is when it's something they've done to themselves, well, right? Well, indeed, you know. Rob, thanks for the 2 to pay funeral costs for the leg warmers. I know it's sad. If they're ever recovered, you know, from their kidnapping, I don't know if they'll ever be given back. By the way, I don't know if they'll ever be given back. That's something else. I'm curious. I'm curious what the deflection, by the way, is going to be from now that they've been told Lynette 100%. Oh, she did do reach out. You know, she did. Now I can't wait to hear what the new deflection will be. How it's not true enough, or God knows what. They'll think for the 5. Imagine effing around and finding out over D tier macaroni. I know, man. Well, I don't understand, Bruce. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I get that, like, do you think people insulted you? Like, you seem to be really vindictive about that, right? But, dude, this stuff is not helping you. And I don't get it, man. I don't get it at some level. It is nuts, man. And Keith, thanks for that. I'm using super. Oh yeah, I saw that one. Instructions unclear. Must super chat again. I love it. That's so funny, Keith, by the way. Thank you. Skipper, thanks for the 5. What are the odds? Felicia claims these recordings are not lying yet. But who knows, man? I mean, at some point, they will lie and lie and lie. It's funny because, like I said, you know, there's a date. There's a contact person. It's so amazing. It's it. I mean, we have the contact all through it, but I mean, that's all they do. You know, it reminds me of I know you are, but what am I? You remember that whole very, very logical discussion people would come up with. Andre, thanks for the 2 there. And turkey, stuffed chicken skin, fried breadsticks. Not yum. That's funny. Laura B. What's up, Laura B? Thanks for 37 months. I told Ray we need Duck's keychain. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I love those. They are awesome, aren't they? I made a bunch of keychains, by the way. I did. Like I like the chicken eating one though. That was probably the funniest. It's one of my favorites. But let me see. Let me see if I can show you. Check this out. This is what I've been making while we're talking, by the way. Look at these. Look at all the little keychains. Like this. Like that little. Oh, maybe I forgot I made me a Christmas card too. That one still looks a little cartoony. I like that one. That looks good. Little Santa. That looks good. The little astronaut. I like him. This little Santa looks great too. I like that one. That random one, I just think it's funny. So I like generating it. There's the little pimp tug. There's the little Sumi on the throne. I like that one a lot too. There's the one playing the freaking game, the Hungry Hippo game. Remember that one? I really like that one too. I think that one's kind of cool. We've got the Welcome to the Hat Rack. He's got some chicken too. We've got eating the chicken. There's so many of them. Are they fun? Oh yeah, and then we got into the pictures, which were totally security and not made up. Yes. Sheila, thank you for the 6 months. Check my PayPal. Thanks for the laughs. Thank you. I will definitely hit those in a minute as well. There are a few here. Actually, let's hit them now. Let's do it right this second. So let me see. I always look at instructions first, just to make sure there's no name or anything. So first name for Venmo, thank you. Patricia sent $25. Thank you there. Christmas money. Thank you for that. That is awesome of you and much, much appreciated. Can't say that enough. Thank you. Let's see. Here's a PayPal. One second. Let me make sure. There's one for 20 there. That is from you. Thank you, Sheila. That is awesome as well. It's like, hey, thank you for the great updates and laughs. Indeed, indeed. This has all been fun to put together too. I mean, I do enjoy it. I think it's important. And yes, we do laugh at a lot of crazy stuff. But what are you supposed to do too? And I think that's a good point as well, with some stuff Megan was saying. And let's see, we have a PayPal for 25 there with Tammy. Thank you, Tim. That's awesome too. There's not any note on there or anything for reading. It's just sent. Like I said, thank you for those. I appreciate those. Thank you, Sheila, too. Marissa, Marie, I like that. Marissa, thanks for the 5. Felisa has a face for radio and a voice for side films. Oh God, the mic etiquette is so bad. I knew what you meant to check your PayPal, not your PP. I know what you meant. Absolutely. I did giggle a little bit when I saw that. The little middle schooler in me was like, but I knew what you meant. Britt, thanks for the 33 months. Send a rubber spider to Megan. That'd be funny. Actually, I've got something funnier planned for the next one. Oh my God. I get so much fun with those. Spirit Walker, thanks for the 20 there. For the 2 kids for Christmas. Hey, thank you for that. That is awesome too. I'm taking them out tomorrow. So we'll do our last minute stuff. So that'll be great. HJ's World. I like my avatar. I like it. It's cool there. I like it. Hashtag Memorial Bench. I like that. That's awesome. I love it. I love people have been popping up with benches and all kinds of stuff too. I love it. Travis thinks of it too. It was good. He lives in Missouri, and takes good that you guys got to get together. Yeah, distance is sometimes it's rough. It builds in its own divide, but it's good. You guys breach the divide, man. Props there. I said time, distance, none of that has to be a divide. These days we can reach across it, and we can have something with families and everything. So props to you, my friend. Mr. Coot, thanks, Sir Tug causing chaos. Indeed, I love it. Keeping the fire. Fine work, my friend. Well, thank you. I appreciate that much. It's a lot of fun too. Like it. Adair, thanks for the 20 months. We will have a reading of Chicken Skin for the Soul soon. Yes, I need to go and I've got to sit down and just make sure that the last parts are through. I have one chapter I wanted to add, but I just need to be like, yes, it's done. So that's a good note for that. Bootsy, thanks for the 7 there. Maybe Paint Chips is making his prison boyfriend and wants to go back to see him again. Maybe that's what we're seeing. Oh, I hear a little one come. Hey, kiddo. What you doing, baby?
I read this for hours,
For hours? You want me to plug that up?
And my phone's still on, but I don't know what percent it is. What percent?
Oh my gosh, we better plug it up now. All right. Hey,
how can it say alive though?
Oh, well, it's about to die. That means it's already at the end. All right, hey, go upstairs. I'm going to be done in just a minute. I've got like 3 or 4.
We'll go tuck you in.
Yeah, you're going to tuck me in. I know. Give me 5. Then you can tuck me in for sleep. Okay. All right. You got to go upstairs for a minute. Huh? I got 3 more things to go over.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3. Exactly.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot at all. That's what I'm saying. You got to go upstairs, though. There's stuff I can't read while you're here. Okay. Yeah. Walk normal now. Don't do that. You're gonna fall in on the steps doing that. Don't fall on the steps. All right. Hey, pick your feet up. Go. There you go. That's it. Be careful, though. Do not fall. Close my door, too. Thank you, kiddo. What a nut. Kiwi Grip Keeper, thanks for the 10 there. Postage money for Megan's leg warmers. Yeah, maybe that would be sending us spider money too. That's awesome. Is that Darsa? No, it's a dark alpha. I got it. I see that. Dark alpha. Thanks for the 10 there. Holy moly. Bit behind, but just read your post. What a post. It should be a PSA for all thinking of wrongdoing. Any chance considering a book how to pulverize a fake apology. Yeah, I'm gonna go through and read all of the chaos that's been popping off with that. I'm sure it's a very interesting read today. Yeah, she's been on a roll, right? And 2-bit, thanks for the 5 there. Those RLO cameras are motion activated and pointed at the road. I don't think they would pick up much in the yard. That assumes they're the only ones out there too. You know, I mean, that's a big thing as well. That I guess it assumes quite a bit with what they have set up. I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out, though, won't it? They have something, though. They have something. You can tell. But anyway, all right. I'm going to call it a day here, folks. I appreciate you, folks. We will see you again on the flip side. Thanks.